And it's just, I know, don't let the still shot fool you. We'll listen in. All right. It's 28 seconds long. Let's just watch what's going on here. Okay. Hey, relax, guys. Don't focus on what's going on here. Let's listen in.
What's going on? Why am I wet? Girl, let's rain. Team Beefy, baby! Team Beefy!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got BeefyPandas. Beefy, what you up to today? How's your day?
Yo, my day's been short. I slept in.
Yeah?
It's been good. Yeah, I don't know. Woke up, got a coffee, been chilling.
What does sleep in look like? What does sleep in look like? What time do you usually wake up?
Today it was 10 p.m. Yeah, yesterday it was 1 p.m.
Yeah.
So I'm not a morning person at all. I stay up to all hours and then yeah, sleep my mornings away normally.
We got you at an early afternoon show your time. It is 1 p.m. for you, all right? So you are starting off the day with me. This is how you're starting it off. Are you going live later tonight?
Yeah, I'll be live tonight. Yeah.
Okay, so, I like it.
But yeah, no, it's good. This is prime time. Prime time, I'm awake right now, like 1 p.m., that's fine. Yesterday was right off the books, but you know, just because I don't rise in the morning doesn't mean I'm good to go in the early hour.
Are you knocking bottles underneath your desk, Beefy? What is going on here? What is going on here?
So you don't know me. I live with alcoholics, right? We have a lot of glass bottles. Okay. Actually, on Monday, I cut my foot open on one of these glass bottles.
What?
It's a windy day. That's why I think they're blowing around outside. We collect them. We collect them and take them to recycling in Australia. I don't know if you do that over in your state.
Don't try to switch this on me as a United States.
No, I'm not. It's just there's a lot of bottles, a lot of glass at my house. So I cut my foot open. I haven't been able to walk for a couple of days.
Oh my God.
So if you hear random sounds in the back, don't worry about it. I'll try and keep it. I'll try and keep the noise low.
I don't mind.
People that watch my stream know that there's a lot of random noise in the background. There's a lot of action that happens in my house. It's not I live with people and they're quite loud and it's funny. It's been many good moments. Yeah.
Fair play. I mean, on my end, no problem here. They are getting mad that they're saying you're too loud. There you go. All right, I will switch them down a little bit. But Beefy, here's the thing. All right, I start these shows off the same way, and I tell the guests how we connected. All right. And I've known you since you started off with the kennel. That was the biggest. I remember that video, all that jazz. And I remember Luke OCE, even Charlie GG. I've never interviewed Charlie. And I had offered him. And he's like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. But everyone unanimously told me, you got to get Beefy. Kank, everyone. They were all saying, you got to get Beefy. You're going to love him. It'll be a lot of fun. And so, days turn into weeks turn into months, and finally here we are today. We were able to find a moment together, and I'm just excited to celebrate you, man. I'm excited to learn more about your life, both online and off. So there's the hard vouch from the boys, all right, around you. They love you a ton.
They're all very nice. They're too kind to me, I swear.
I mean,
I'm just a regular bloke. I'm just a regular bloke with a camera and a mic. That's all it is.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what you do with that camera and mic. All right, Beefy. I think that's what we're gonna learn here today is what that mic do, kind of thing, that kind of energy there. But I appreciate you so much. So let's start off we start the show at the very top, and we're gonna talk about your time here on the Purple platform here on Twitch. All right. So I want to ask you, how long have you had your Twitch account in general? I'm talking even before you were streaming, if that applies.
Yeah, I've had my account a long time. Not like a long time, but like my account was created in 2017, I think.
Okay.
Which was like my second year of university. And I just spent time watching like bigger streamers, not really like chatting.
Yeah.
Just kind of viewing and watching from afar kind of thing.
Mhm.
I just kind of sit and do my uni assignments and have them on in the background.
And what got you to even create your profile though? What got you like who are you watching back in the day?
Oh, like all the like PUBG was a big game back then, so there's a lot of PUBG streamers.
Mhm.
That was kind of the craze that year. Um, so your Shroud, your Doctor Disrespect, those kind of
Oh,
the top dogs, like just kind of that whole thing. Yeah.
okay. So you started
Mm,
in 2017 and
mm.
that's when you created your account. When did you press go live for the very first time?
Go live would have been around May 2020.
May 2020.
Uh, yeah, that's
Okay.
when I first went live off the PlayStation 4. Um, no cam, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare with my IRLs.
Yeah.
Um, that was my very first stream. Yeah,
Wow. It's
yeah.
humbling. I like that. What
Mm.
why did you decide to create and go live for the first time and stream your Call of Duty gameplay?
Well, I knew about Twitch. I
Mhm.
knew it was a thing, and I always kind of wanted to like try streaming, kind of
Yeah.
thing. And so I was like, oh, and like like at that time, it's very scary to go live.
Mhm.
So I was just like, oh, I was hanging out with my friends. I think I was drunk at the time, and I was like, oh, I'll just stream. So then it was just me and my friends in the chat and all that. It's like it
Yeah.
wasn't, it wasn't anything. It was just a bit of fun, and we were just having a time, and yeah, it wasn't really. I don't know. I just kind of went live, and then kept going live ever since, I guess.
Mhm.
And yeah.
Do you remember what was going through your
um,
head at the time when you went live for the very first time? Do you remember, like you said, you're like, oh yeah, it's just me and the boys, and we're having some drinks, and it's gameplay.
mm,
But do you remember the first person that wasn't one of the boys that came in to watch and hang out? Do you remember the feeling that it was in terms of like saying like, all right, yeah, I may be hanging out with my friends, but now this is public. Like people can watch me from around the
yeah.
world.
No, it's weird because you get like random people and you just kind of like you don't really know what to say. Like you're kind of like,
Hmm.
oh hi, like what are you doing here? But then you remember it's like a public spot, and so you kind of yeah.
Hmm.
Um, it's weird. It's weird that anyone and everyone can just click on your stream and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange.
Definitely. So when you went live, all right. So it looks like it can be broken down into two phases where you had your IRL friends and you're all drinking and having a good time. When did you recognize that you wanted streaming to be a bigger part of your life? When did you recognize that, all right, I'm kind of like I still got my homies, the homies are still there, but
Mm.
now I'm catering to a larger audience. Now I'm trying to build a community.
So you say like you asked me when I started streaming, right? When
Yeah.
I first go live. I don't count that as my starting streaming
Oh,
kind
okay.
of thing. Like when normally when people ask me that, I say September 1st is when I started streaming
Huh.
because I basically I hit affiliate in the month before, which was what is it, July, August? What is it? I forget the months of the year.
August for September. Yeah.
August. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So I hit affiliate in August, I think, of 2020.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then I kind of went, okay, I'm gonna give this streaming thing a real go. Um, and because I was only streaming here and there, like I was just streaming Rocket League with friends and
Yeah.
whatever I was doing. And then I went, I'm gonna stream every day of September. I'm gonna like give it my best crack, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Um, and that month I proceeded to stream every day, and about like the stream just kind of blew up from there.
Yeah.
A bunch of people were raiding and found me, and it went from like no one watching to having a community of sorts.
Yeah.
And that's when I kind of after that month I was kind of like, okay, this streaming is actually a thing now. And it went from a chat room full of my like people that knew me in real
Mhm.
life to
Mhm.
a bunch of people I don't know,
Yeah.
and I only know through text, kind of thing.
Yeah.
um mm.
What changed in your attitude in September 1st? You know, why suddenly September hit, you got affiliate and that changed the demeanor of how you streamed in terms of like, oh, yo, now I'm going to really give it a go. Now I'm going to go be consistent or I'm going to do this daily. What happened?
Well, I went from streaming off the PlayStation to having a microphone and a camera, and
Oh.
I had a dual. I was running two PCs at the time. I had like a streaming one and a gaming one because I was playing
Yeah.
Warzone, so it required a lot. and I had a capture card, so I was able to. But I just had the funds to kind of back the setup, and then actually have the time to, I was working a bit less. It was lockdown. I kind of was like, I want to give this thing a real crack, and
That's awesome.
And yeah, it was just that I don't really know. I kind of just went, I'm going to stream every day of September. And then a bunch of people, streamers that I was watching and stuff would go, oh, that guy's doing 30 days, rah. And then they came through, and it just kind of went crazy after that.
Nice.
There wasn't a major change in mindset. I was just kind of like, it's just the people that came through the stream changed more.
Okay. So it was I want to give this a try. I want to give this a try. And, you have the free time, you have the funds, you might as well give it a real go. And it looks like it's resonated with you. We're roughly a year in advance now. All right. You said that September 1st was your start. We're around November 1st. So, a year and some change a little bit. So I want to ask you this, Beefy. How have you as a content creator evolved from when you first started? And let's move away from even just the technology, all right? I understand you were PlayStation to PC, but I want to talk about you as a person, the person on camera. How have you changed?
A lot. Let's say that.
Okay.
I think in my humble opinion, I think I've grown for the better in terms of as a streamer and as a person as well. Streaming's kind of like made me realize who I am more, and like I've been able to, because at the end of the day, I'm in control of the stream. I can be who I want to be, and I don't pretend to be anyone else. I just be me, but I'm comfortable in like who I am, and that's what's happened over time. Because when I first started, it was very even though I'm only streaming to one, I remember like the early days. I'm streaming to 1 to 2 people, but I'm nervous as I'm shaking when random people come in the chat. I remember those days.
Yeah.
And now, compared to now, when I go live for fun, I click that live button and I'm gonna have a good time. And I'm not no matter the numbers in there, I'm regardless of that.
Yeah.
I'm not I don't get nervous. It's just I'm comfortable and confident in what I'm streaming and what I'm doing and who I am more. I guess it's just a confidence thing. Confidence has gone through the roof.
Yeah. And how do you think streaming has attributed to that? Do you think it's because you've met so many different people online, or you've been doing this for such a long time? What is it about Twitch, live streaming, content creation, or your community that has now empowered you to be so confident in yourself, which is an amazing thing?
I think it's the people, the thought. For me, it's the thought that people choose to watch you.
Wow.
People, no one has to click on your stream. No one has to watch it. You're not forcing them to be there. There's no obligation, right? They take time out of their day, out of their schedule to watch you and have a chat, whatever it is. They choose to do that.
Exactly.
And that makes me feel kind of, giddy inside and rah. That's what gives me the confidence. It's not like work, it's not me going, this is your job. I'm your boss. You have to turn up. It's, hey, I'm live. Come watch if you want. That's all it is. It's an invitation, right? You don't have to turn up.
Beefy never lose that. All right. I love that. I love that attitude. I love that headspace. And I think some of the most successful people have that, where they don't, they're not going to this full try hard mode where it's everything or nothing. And B, the demeanor of, I'm going to put the best show forward. I'm going to put the best stream forward regardless of who shows up. I think it's such a, you'll hear that time and time again, but the people that can actually pull that off are the ones that are special. And so I commend you on that. That's huge. I love that attitude a lot. That being said, Beef, I don't know how much of the show you've ever watched here, but
a little bit.
Okay, a little bit, a little here and there. Hey, that warms me up. Now now we're talking about things that are warming each other up there. Well, if you've watched the show,
I don't give you $8 a month for nothing. On months on end.
Okay, all right, and this is where it stops too. After you get in, I was like, hey man, this is where the buck stops. Thanks for having me. This and that. No, Beefy, here's the thing. No. If you've ever watched the show, then you'll know this. Twitch is such a big place, and it's literally the city that never sleeps. It's like the Las Vegas of the internet for me. And there's so much going on at all times of the day, and I just can't be there at every waking moment. So I like to find some sort of middle ground with my guests, something that you can catch me up on your life and your streams. So here I have 3 clips from your stream that I just want to talk about. You know, I just want to understand who you are as a creator, what you do on your streams, all that jazz. Is everything all right? Everything's good with you?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I'm just laughing inside.
Like there should be no clip that you should be worried about. Is that what I'm hearing? Like there should be nothing. Like I can go.
No, go crazy. Go crazy.
Okay. Hey. Well, I mean, I already have them up.
I would have told you about it. I'm just.
I mean,
inside. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Beefy. I mean, I already got them up. Like you can't stop. I'm a freight train, my man's. All right. I know it's summertime over there. All right, you might want to take off the extra layer. You think someone's sweating very quickly here? I don't know.
It's gonna be hot in here.
It's gonna well. You can listen on your end if you have the stream up. You can listen on your end. But I'm gonna switch over and let's watch the first clip.
Okay.
Speaking of it getting hot, let's see what this first one here says. It just says perfect posed. All right, so we're gonna watch this one. It is 29. Why are you? Hey, Beefy, what's going on? Why are you? We just started. The show just started here.
Why this one, dude?
Why
I have so many clips. I have so many clips. You choose this one.
You coming on my show and telling me what to do?
I'm not the host. Mom's the host. Mom's the host.
It's exactly. Let's take a look. 29 seconds long. I'll have you explain what's going on in this clip. All right.
Yeah, go crazy.
Let's afterwards. Let's listen in.
Need to see the full Catwoman lounging pose to get the full experience. Just for you, Jester. Just for you, alright? Not for Tom, just for you. I'm playing the Wii. I'm playing Wii Sports, dude. How do you pose? Is that good?
How are you gonna ask Beefy, how do you pose, and then perfectly pose exactly what you're looking for? What's going on in this clip, Beefy? What's going on here?
What? Okay. For number one, I'm not a furry.
Okay.
Number two.
Number 2, yeah.
It was a community cosplay stream where the chat voted the costume, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Number 3, that was one take. I did not practice. All right.
I've never
did not practice at all.
I've never heard of this superhero called Catman. Like, what's going? What were the choices that your community could have chosen for?
So I created my own superhero. It's called Catman. Yeah. No. So like basically the gist was I ran a Channel Point kind of community goal that for cosplay, and then they hit it, and then there was 3 options. I think the options were Catwoman, Joker, and there was a third. I forget the third one. Okay. But Catwoman won by a mile. Everyone wanted to see me dress up in latex or whatever it was. Very revealing. But look, I buy into. I want the people to laugh. I'm not afraid to like do stupid shit.
Of course.
And yeah, fun fact. I actually talked about this yesterday. This clip came up yesterday in stream. I was like,
what's up? This man's dying, right? Yeah.
Oh, dude. I went all in. I went full roleplay. I wore a bra and stuffed tissue, toilet paper in the bra to give myself boobies.
Of course.
So yeah.
So yeah. What the hell, Beefy? Is it so?
Don't worry about it.
Real question is, you still got this fit? You still got this costume?
I think so. I think it's buried somewhere. I haven't chucked it in the bin. It's in one of my drawers. I think. Saving it for a later date. I don't know.
When's the resurgence exactly?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe sometime.
It was just Halloween. You're telling me you had a whole costume. You never thought about throwing this back on?
I try to change it up. I don't. You know, new stuff.
Fair,
new things.
Fair.
They've seen that before. They don't need to see it again.
Fair play.
You know
fair
what I mean?
What were you for Halloween this year, by the way?
Myself, I'm not. I don't do Halloween big time. But Australia, it's like it's a thing, but it's not a thing. I didn't have any Halloween parties. I didn't really get dressed up. I was myself this year.
Okay.
I carved a pumpkin. That's about it.
Okay.
That's the extent of my Halloweenness.
Well, you know, Beefy, Christmas is around the corner, and maybe you can give the gift that keeps on giving. You know, I'm just encouraging you and your community. Put back the suit one more time.
Thanks, man. They'll love you. I hate it, but
Hey, just one more time. Hey, throw. You know,
run it back.
Run it exactly. There's an energy here. There's something about the elbow on the couch, the peace sign. Very e-girl meets lonely meets. Why is there a whip between your legs, sir? Anyways, let's go on to this next clip. Too easy. All right, next clip here. This one was created 10 months ago. All right, this one was created 10 months ago, and it's just, I know. Don't let the still shot fool you. We'll listen in. All right, it's 28 seconds long. Let's just watch what's going on here. Hey, relax, guys. Don't focus on what's going on here. Let's listen in.
What's going on? Why am I wet? Yeah, let's rain. Team Beefy, baby! Team Beefy!
Ten Beefy, ladies and gentlemen. What was going on here, Beefy? I'm confused. This was like a recipe for disaster. You're on top of your seat, and you have a corded headset. What was going on here in this clip?
I'm very intoxicated. That was my birthday.
Uh-huh.
I will never do that ever again. That birthday stream was nuts. I got way too drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I think someone gifted 5 subs, and for some reason I was like, I'm gonna spin on my chair. So I started spinning on my chair, and my old setup was like in a more of a corner type thing. That's why it looks kind of cozy.
Yeah.
And just you see like the bottom half, and then I'm just spinning around, and then I have just, in my drunken state, have fallen off the chair, proceeded to hit the desk, and then hit the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a bunch of bottles on the floor too, so I've hit them as well.
Classic.
And yeah, it was just that clip is classic. It gets me every time. It's just the sounds.
Tell me,
Oh.
Tell me, Beefy. All right, I know in the OC and especially your crew, you guys like to throw a couple back. What's the drink of choice on your birthday? What was the one that did you dirty to get you on top of your seat and spin a little?
I literally just sunk a lot of beers. I don't know why. Like, it was just, I think they were Byron's at the time. Byron Bay's. You probably don't know what you probably know the place Byron Bay.
But not the drink. Okay.
It's a beer as well. And I think I just sunk a lot of those, too many. And then yeah.
Jesus,
and it just ended up on the floor, and that was a really good stream. It was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just that. There's another video as well. I was in a Discord call at the time with a bunch of friends as well, and they're all sitting there having like I think I was deafened at the time though.
Okay.
And so there's another video, and they're all in a Discord call. It's all their reactions as well. They're like, someone's like, "Oh, did I miss the fall? No!" And then like, it's like. It's good.
That's a good friend group. Anything? What was your best gift for your birthday? What was something special that happened on your birthday, whether it be on stream or off?
The best I got, like, that was for reals. That was a Friday night that I streamed. The birthday was the Saturday, so I streamed like into the birthday.
Holy.
That Saturday was the worst birthday I've ever had.
Why?
Because I got so drunk the night before, I felt like dog shit the next day, and I had a futsal tournament on my birthday.
Oh my!
So I'm playing futsal. Started at 9 a.m. in the morning. Played all day. Very hungover, very dusty. I'm on the pitch. I'm good. As soon as in between, like games go for like 40 minutes. As soon as in between games, I'm on the floor outside on the grass, sitting there like, boys, I'm dying. Like sitting there hydrating, trying to Panadol everything. Like, oh, I was a mess. I was a mess. That's the gift I remember. Just being super.
Oh my
out
gosh,
of it.
dude. It's not even like worth. Why would you? Yeah, I mean, maybe it is actually in hindsight, but now that you survived it.
It's a good memory. It's a good memory.
Yeah.
But it was a bad time. Good time, bad time. You know what I mean? Like I remember it for a bad reason, but it was a good time.
Well, I'm glad you survived it. Did you win at least?
I think we came second that day. I think we got to the grand final. Like it was like group stage knockouts, then and then final. I think we lost the final that day.
Nice.
Sure.
Well,
It was
not
good
nice that
day.
you lost, but I mean, you made it far.
We'll take second. We'll take second. There was a lot of teams in it. So
well, they were also handicapped because you had a hangover. All right, they didn't. So you.
I mean, maybe if I'm sober, we win the whole thing. Maybe,
exactly.
No.
That's what I'm
team
thinking.
Team sport. There's 4 other blokes on the pitch as well.
Okay, well, and the way to put the 4 other people under the bus, saying like, "Hey, I can't do it myself."
I let them down, dude. Honestly,
guys,
I more of it.
I had a couple
I was
drinks there.
handicapping them.
Fair. All right. One more. We got one more here. One more clip and you're home free. All right. This one,
all right.
It looks like it's a cry for help from your community. Your community is really crying for help on this one. And it just reads, Beefy is needing a woman. I mean, needing a pizza. So let's give it a listen. And let's figure out what he's doing here in the next 13 seconds. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a listen. 13 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, work that dough, baby. Oh, yeah. Nice work. Whoa. It was like that.
Absolute freak, sir. You are an absolute freak. You knew exactly what you were doing.
When I said you were lacking critical information, I wasn't lying, was I?
You are the male amaranth, my man. You were baiting. You were baiting your community for whatever it may be. Tell me about this stream. What was going on here, Beefy?
That stream, we're making pizza. Making pizza in the kitchen. That's all we were doing. That's all we were doing. But the camera was kind of, the camera was at like, you couldn't see below that. So, I'm kneading the dough, and I noticed on my stream, I'm like, oh, this looks kind of sus. So then I'm all for the laughs. So I do the thing.
I enjoy it. I'm glad that you baited into it.
What I will. Horny time is my time, right? I will dive straight in. I am not a Kuma though. Not a Kuma.
How does that work? That's impossible. You can't say horny time's my time, but I'm not a Kuma. What's the difference?
Not a Kuma.
What's the difference?
Good question. Answer that another time.
What are you You can't just defer.
Next question.
That's not how this show works.
Next question.
This guy is a freak, ladies and gentlemen. How were the pizzas? What kind of pizza did you make? This is actually really well done. You made your own dough?
Yeah, like did it all from scratch. Yeah, we'll get that to later, but I'm a chef, so
oh, that's sick.
I know how to like cook and shit. So I did pizza from scratch. I think we did like a supreme, so one with like everything, and then either Hawaiian, I think like pineapple and ham, that kind of thing.
Oh my gosh.
Because pineapple on pizza, I'm a big fan. So, I don't know about you, but
I think I love you, sir. I think I'm in love. The fact that you are the first person to ever said that you've cooked as a occupation, and like I've been looking for someone to just either I just want to watch. Like you could do this as your whole stream, whether it be kneading your dough, which by the way, what woman calls it the dough? That's the way. Like what guy even calls their own cock a dough? Like it doesn't. It doesn't even, that's not even hot. That doesn't even, oh shit, yeah, put some flour on it. Like that doesn't.
Baby, you wanna knead my dough?
That like, yeah, saying knead to dough is straight knee to the crotch because you're a weirdo kind of energy, you know? That's not.
No.
No one does, kneeing is not a hot word, Beefy. You need to learn.
I'm literally kneading the dough. It's literally what it says.
You're an absolute freak, dude. There's something in the water, and I've yet to. You guys are all just so. Maybe it's the quarantine, maybe it's the water, but y'all are just out of pocket. All right, I love that. I have seen some of your food, and it does look fantastic. I think I saw you make a crispy chicken sandwich once at one point in fries, and it was banger. So I have full faith in Beefy. Again, I would love to see some more cooking streams. but I'm glad that those pizzas turned out well.
The cooking's fun. It's a good time.
Amen. So, I mean, that's all the clips, right, Beefy? That's it. I promise, no tricks. That's it. We're walking away from Twitch clips now. But as much as I love Twitch, and I really do, I also love Twitter. And so I have 3 of your tweets that I also want to talk about with you right here, right now. All right, just 3 of your tweets. Again, seems like there's nothing to worry about. You don't seem stressed at all. Well, nothing. Okay.
To worry about.
Okay. Well, let's start off easy then, because I'd like to go in order here. This first one was created October 2nd, 2021 at 12:38 a.m. my time. All right. So don't worry. It's prime time yours. It's regular time. Late afternoon.
Yeah.
And it says something very interesting. It reads, I once bought a book about coping with a massive penis. I have no regrets. Can you explain what's going on here? What the hell is that?
I have no regrets. What do you mean?
Did you read that? Is that an actual? Well, let me read the title because they can't read it. It says How to Cope with a Massive Penis by K. Robshaw. No shot you read that book. No shot you read it.
Book.
Did you read it?
It's a real book.
Yeah.
It's got good things in it.
Okay, like what? Like what?
Like
Beefy, you motherfucker. Beefy, okay, I'm calling you out right now. Beefy's the kind of person right now, he gets his Tinder date, brings her home, and has that book on the coffee table just to set the scene. Just so she knows.
I should have it there for streams. Oh, hey, welcome in, yo. Thanks for the follow.
Hey, do you want any water? Yeah, I'd love a water. She has to look down at the fucking table. How to cope with massive cock. She's like, well, great. Now it's a 50-50 shot now. I don't know. If the lady was on the other end having to see that, she would be petrified. What? It's not just the book title, but it's what the fuck do I do now if this person's actually reading this for the sake they have elephantitis in their dong, dude? That's insane. Why? Tell us the story as to why you bought the book.
It's not okay. So the book is not real.
Oh,
it's got
shit!
Nothing in it.
I've been catfished. What?
So it's a joke. Mm-hmm. We did a stream. We did a stream where the chat bought a bunch of things. They sent me a bunch of links and we went through them and we bought a bunch of things. This is one of the things. So yeah, now I own a book about how to cope with a massive penis.
This is, what a blessing there. Are you planning on filling it out at all?
No.
Oh my god!
But it's a good laugh. It's a good laugh,
it's a very good laugh. That's very good. I love that.
But I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna leave it on the kitchen bench. Bring a girl home, leave it on the kitchen bench. That's a good idea.
Tell me think of that one. I want to know the reaction, Beefy. You got to tell me when that time comes. All right, just and when you're hidden, dude, just think about moms. I'm sorry.
It's like, Mom's told me this. This one's for moms.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna need. Please shout me out mid nut. This one's mom's. She won't think that's weird at all. She'll think that's actually
no.
She'll think it's pretty cool.
She's gonna think I'm talking about my mom.
Oh yeah.
This one's for moms.
She's like, wow, this guy really loves his MILFs. All right. Anyways, all right. That's tweet number 1. All right, Beefy. It's easy. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. This next one's from May 12th, 2021, and it was at 5:05 a.m. This is a late night tweet for you, around your time of the woods, all right? And this one reads out, so I had a dream last night that I was Kim Kardashian in the porno with Ray J. Kind of curious now. What? Okay, as someone, I remember when this came out, all right? I was in high school. What's going on here, dude? Why would you tweet this late at night, thinking about Ray J's schlong and being Kim K back in the day? What's going on here?
How do I even explain this? Look, it's Twitter. We have a laugh. My account's turned into somewhat of a shit posting account at some points. Recently of times. If you want the little answer, I have a wheel that we spin on the channel. One of the options you can land on is tweet for me. Okay. So someone landed on that. And they gave me that, and that's what got tweeted. I can say no if I want, if I think it's too much, but that, some things are fine, and it's all just in the name of laughs and whatnot. So yeah.
You seem to have an answer for everything, Beefy. It's okay to just say that this one is all you. It's okay to say, hey, I'm a huge fan of Ray J's songs. It's just.
It's the truth. I swear. I swear. I wasn't fantasizing. I swear.
It's 2021. No one in their right mind on Twitch or the internet is currently talking about Kim Kardashian and Ray J's sex tape. Nobody's doing that. What a call out! All right.
I can't remember who sent it. They must have been a bit of a boomer.
Yeah.
They had to be a bit older.
Had to.
They had to be a bit of.
It's giving me Luke OCE vibes right now, but it's fine. Maybe it was someone else. I don't know.
Yeah. Probably.
Fair play. So this is tweet number 2. Okay, it's tweet number 2. What possibly third tweet can I find here? And this one less embarrassing, all right? I'm not here to roast the whole time. You created some content here with this tweet. It was tweeted out October 23rd, 2021 at 1:13 a.m., around prime time still, your neck of the woods. And it reads out, huge announcement. I, BeefyPandas, am challenging Lekanker to a nails, hair, hips, heels dance-off Tuesday, October 26th at 5 p.m. What is a nails, hair, heels, hips, heels dance-off? What is going on here?
Do you not know the song?
Not at all.
Do you not know the song?
What is this?
What's his? I think it's Todrick Hall. Can someone? Can you be linked?
Well, I can't play it. I can't play it here because of the DMCA.
Basically, it's like a song about nails, hair, hips, heels.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like something like this. It's like I can't walk properly at the moment, but it's like a nails, hair, hips, heels. It's something like that, right? It's something like that. It goes like that, and then it's like got this funky beat.
Yeah.
And yeah, I haven't been practicing yet. That was improv, but
someone's gonna clip that, and someone's making that into a GIF. I just want you to know that, right? It's the internet, BP. But you said that you challenged Kank here. Did it ever happen? October 26th already passed. Did this battle happen? What?
So that was another wheel tweet, right? But it will happen. It will happen. We have been in conversation.
Uh-huh.
We do plan, but we're planning to do it not over the internet, more in person.
Ooh.
So when travel is allowed and that, and because Lekankar's Melbourne, I'm more Sydney way.
Yeah. Okay.
When we can link up, it'll eventuate.
So
yeah.
Kank's one of my best friends, man. I love him a lot. He's a former guest here and there. I love.
He raves about you.
Oh my gosh, too much. But here's the thing. Yeah. All right, I also am on the clock. I'm doing my job, and so I'm gonna ask you. All right, I'm gonna give you your time. Convince us. Tell us why you think you can win this 1v1 dance-off against Lekanker in a nails, hair, hips, heels dance-off. Tell us why you would be the winner.
Have you seen him dance?
All right,
Have you seen him dance?
You're right. You know what? You won.
What does he do? He goes.
Oh my God!
That's all he's got, dude.
Oh my God! This is... Sir, that's TOS, all right? That's a moiter. We can't watch a moiter on screen, all right? That's absolutely damning stuff, because you're not wrong. I've seen him do this. Have you ever seen him do that fucking stretch on stream? That stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, talk about baiting, am I right? Talk about really gonna pelvic thrust. Oh, guys, good. Time for a nice stretch.
Time for a nice stretch.
Yeah. He's absolutely stuffing down there.
Sorry, just stretching my bones. I see you, Kank. I see you, dude.
I love it, BP. But and so then, all right, we know why Kank won't win. But how about yourself? Tell us about your background. Well, you did that pretty well for improv. Have you been practicing at all?
No, not at all. That was the first time I've ever attempted anything like that.
Yeah.
I have no background in dance. I'm a terrible dancer, but I dance for fun. I can have a good. I'm fairly good at the. I don't know if you know what an esche is.
No, what is that?
How do I explain it? It's like imagine like you wear hats really tight on your head.
Okay.
You kind of talk in a funny way. You're usually like in your late teens, early 20s. You wear a bum bag, you wear a polo. You kind of wear like Adidas,
shoot.
Adidas.
Yeah.
And you like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. They dance in a real funny way.
I think someone showed me a music video with some Eshays in
yeah.
So I think I feel that that's interesting. That's I would never found that here in the States. Why do they get shit on down over in Australia?
Oh, because they're normally like they're normally kids on the street kind of thing. And they just dance a bit funny and they talk a funny way. I can't even impersonate one because I'm the furthest thing from Eshe, I think.
What would you define yourself as then?
I don't even know. I don't know what to call. I don't know what category you put me in terms of like. There's like what are the categories in Australia? Like Bogan, Eshe, like no, I don't know.
That's fascinating. What's Bogan? What the hell is this?
You don't know? Oh
no,
okay, I forget. Like,
educate me.
Slang. Bogan's like you're like true Australian. Like you like drinking beer. You like. You know, you go to work Monday to Friday.
Okay, so that's the old heads.
You drink beers. It can be like the young people. You have like mullets. You have like I don't know how to. You're like I'm a fucking bogan. I drink.
The only person I know with a mullet,
long naked, 8 in the fucking morning. Like it's like that. Have you seen that video?
Of course. That's a classic. That's a classic.
Yeah, that's a bogan.
That's a bogan.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got bogans, kind of you got Eshays, and is there anything? What's another one that's a big one?
What's another? I don't even know.
Those are the two. You only got really old.
No, we got like the hipsters. We've got the
okay. Well, I got hipsters.
The rich asshole. Asshole. I'm doing my best American.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was
assholes.
Thank you. I liked it.
I don't know what you categorize me as. I'm just a bloke, I guess. I live on the coast.
A bloke? That's
a bloke.
I swear I've heard every Australian has said like
the term likes to call me soy, but
what's soy in your eyes? What's soy? Because soy for us is like weak. Like what's your soy?
I didn't know soy apparently according to a soy boy is a man lacking all masculine features. I learnt that on stream. So that was the whole thing. I think if you're soy, you're just basically in Australian slang. If you're a soy on the internet is basically if I was to go to one of my IRLs, I'd call him a pussy.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, that's like I see where you're going with that.
Skull your beer, rah. You won't do that. Oh, you're a pussy. Like,
again, between the two of us, who's the one that wore the cat costume, my man's? All right, so I'm thinking, there's some soy feetures. I think I don't know. There might be
no comeback. I have nothing to say.
I'm just an older man online. That's it. That's all I do here. I talk my shit. I walk away. But I appreciate you, Beefy. I appreciate you so much for sharing that and educating me, man. This can be its own show. You just teaching me. We'll teach each other cultural stuff.
I would be a terrible teacher. I'm telling you that. I am the worst at explaining. I can barely talk. I barely speak English as it is. I don't know how I've gotten this far. So.
Well, you're doing fantastic, my man. All right. You're doing fantastic here, both on this show as well as in your own stream. So you clearly can talk. You got to believe in yourself there more. All right, Beefy? But with that being said, that's all the clips. That's all the trickery. There's no more trickery. I'm going to pick your brain a little bit, all right? I'm going surgeon mode. I want to talk some introspective questions of your time here on Twitch, and then we'll move over to your life story, all right?
Yeah.
Sounds good. The first question I have for you, Beefy, is what have you learned about yourself through streaming? You've been doing this pretty consistently for a year and some change now. What is something that you learned about yourself throughout this journey?
Something I've learned about myself? Well, I kind of the big one. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but it's more like who I am as a person. I guess I've kind of because I live in quite a small town.
Yeah.
So my group of friends is very subjective to who's in the town and like who's around. To see other people, you got to travel quite far and stuff. So the people I surround myself all live very close and whatnot. And a lot of them are like the bogan type. Not that I'm not like ripping on them.
Yeah.
But I've kind of discovered like that there are people more like me and that through the internet people that I like want to surround myself with in a way. And so I guess I found, I don't know if this is answering the question directly, but I guess I've just found who it's more like who I want to be, I guess, something. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of like something specific that I've actually found.
I- Mhm.
But but yeah, that's.
I think that's
kind of-
beautiful, though. You don't necessarily have to. I think you going, if I may, I don't want to speak for you, but I'll tell you how
No.
I'm kind of interpreting what you've talked about, where it's like
Mm.
you don't have the exact wording or adjectives to describe it, but you being live here on Twitch has taught you more about your identity, has taught you more about who you are
Yeah.
right now and who you'd like to be in the future. And so, and again, that's constantly evolving. We're meeting a lot of people, we're seeing qualities that we like and we want to emulate, and we see things that maybe we don't like about ourselves that are amplified because that we're in front of a camera and such. That's what I'm picking up. Am I right around that ballpark?
No. On the dot. That's spot on. Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
We're on the board there.
Definitely.
This next
Yep.
one here, all right? How would you describe your streaming style, Beefy? All right, for someone that's never watched your stream, say someone that, like, I've seen your stream plenty of times, but if someone was seeing you for the very first time, how would you say they would describe your streaming style?
Horny. No.
That was real. He didn't even stop. He has to laugh it off, ladies and gentlemen. All right?
No. Honestly, my streaming style, I like listening to music. There's always tunes playing. I've ignored the MCA. I am running the risk, running the gauntlet. I like to chat. I like talking to people. I don't view my stream as like I was talking about this the other day. I don't view me as a streamer and the chat as like a parasocial relationship. I want to be friends with everyone in the chat room. I want to get to know what they're up to, how their lives are going. I want to know all that. It's not just me going, "Hey, I'm live, watch me." Like, that kind of thing. It's not like one-way traffic. I want it to go both ways. I mean, I want to get to know the people and be friends with those people.
Go on. Sorry.
And yeah, so I'm very community based, and it's about the people in there. That would be my style. I play games and such, but it all comes back to the people.
Wow. What games you playing?
At the moment, I've been attempting to speedrun Super Mario Odyssey mostly.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's been like I do a bit of GeoGuessr, if that's a game, if you count that as a game. I like that. They're the kind of things I stream. And I'm variety though, so I play anything. I'll play like, random games, just do whatever I'm feeling. I just try and create like fun streams, I guess.
No.
If someone new comes in, I want them to feel like welcome, and it's like interactive type thing. That's like the thing I'm going for mostly. Yeah.
I like that a lot. So it's a heightened focus on building a community, building relationships, and like everything else is pretty secondary to that case.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Let me ask this, Beefy. If I asked your community, let's talk about your community, all right? If I asked your community who you are and I had no idea prior, what do you think they would say to me? Give me the honest answer and the troll answer. We both know that a community loves to troll their streamer. So what joke would they say to me, as well as what do you think they would really say too?
Well, to be fair, we keep it pretty real. We keep it pretty real. So people like to call me, I guess they would describe me as horny. And look, as much as that's a joke, I'm horny. It's fine. It is who I am. That's a joke and real.
No, it's not. It took less than an hour for you to just break down completely. Guys, I'm just horny. All right, I'm sorry. This is
no. But I don't know. I don't know what they'd. What would they? How would they describe me? I don't know. I guess I hope they think I'm good. Like I don't know what specific word. I don't know. Fuck. I guess I hope they think I'm fun. I'm not. I like a good chat. I like to keep it real. I hope they, I hope they think it's, I'm a real person. I'm not trying to pretend to be someone else.
Yeah.
I just be myself on camera, and and make everyone feel comfortable and welcome. And we have real talk, we have banter. We do it all. We do it all. It's time for jokes and it's time for serious chat. Like
it's actually really refreshing what you're saying, because I think I'll see that time and time again. I'll see people that are scared to have those kind of conversations, whether it be ones that are not as funny, more a little serious, or giving a take that may be controversial, but you just gave it, and you're open to discussion. You're open to having the back and forth, and maybe walking away saying that you're wrong, but you learned something there.
I've had plenty of takes. I do. I think everyone can vouch that I've had moments where I just go in on something that I'm passionate about or whatever, and I might be wrong, but that's in my opinion, and that's all I can give.
It's wild though. It's wild how like people will watch a streamer, and then like if they have a wrong take, which again, hindsight's 20/20, but like they'll have a wrong take, they'll like destroy them for it without even allowing them to say, "Oh, I was wrong." But I love that you sit here and you're like, yo, no, this is just me. We're having conversation. We're just having, like, let's have dialogue at the very least, which I think is the reason why there's so many little issues, because people ain't willing to talk. So I appreciate that from you.
Communication's everything in anything, like work, relationships, just life. Communication is key. Like, just talk. Just talk. If you're feeling crap, just talk. Like,
exactly.
If you have a problem, just talk about it.
I could not understand why people want to stay silent or people want to assume things. It's free to ask a question. You just kind of have to nut up a little bit and ask it.
That's it.
But I appreciate that. Let's flip the script on him though, Beefy. All right, let's take you off the hot seat and let's put your community on it. How would you describe your community to me? Say it was my first time in your chat. I said, yo, Beefy, tell me about the lovely faces that are surrounding me in your chat right now. What would you say of them? How would you describe them to me?
They are very lovely, humorous, funny, horny people. They're great. Like everyone in the OCE community's sick. Like we're all like a little bubble kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about. Like that kind of area of Twitch.
Yeah.
We're all very close as streamers and such and whatnot. And it's awesome because everyone supports everyone, and it's everyone's very nice, and no one freezes anyone out or anything like that. Like it's all they're very welcoming to anyone. It's just real. I go live for fun. Like okay, so I've tried to set a schedule for myself, but I don't set a schedule because I just go live when I feel like it. So I just go, I'll ping you in Discord when I go live, and I go bang, boom. And that could be 7 days a week. It could be 5. It could be 2. Like I just go live when I'm having, I go live for fun because I have a good time. I can't have fun by myself. Like the people that come through are the people that make it fun. And so they're basically the content at the end of the day. I'm just the host,
I love that.
Like they are who makes it.
There's a couple things. Like I agree with you, especially if your mental's not in the right. Like if you mentally don't want to be live, I think it shows, in my opinion, where like you've checked out, the vibe is off, this and that. In terms of the OCE, I 100% agree. It is somewhat of a bubble. I think it's underrated, in my opinion, of anywhere globally. And that's gonna be a hot take, but from a United States person, kind of from a U.S. frog, I think that the OC community is highly underrated. And like you said, everyone supports each other, yada yada yada. But let me be very specific when I say this. I think that there are a lot of streamers that aren't even partnered that really should be way above where they're at. Like you guys are fucking hilarious. There's a reason why the first 30 to 40 shows was all Australians. It's because it was so much fun. And this is what I get, like, talking to you and talking to Hydus and some of the more recent ones. It's refreshing again because it's like there's a lot of authenticity. I'm not seeing any show. This is not a character. This is a guy who, stepped on some glass. He's pretty horny and he's got a book about his dick. Like, it's just... That's what I signed up for clearly tonight. That's what I didn't recognize that about myself.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. I got a fucking notebook. I'm gonna write that shit down. You're right.
Write that down.
My bad. That's on me. Write that. Take that in. But I love that. I'm gonna ask you one soy question. All right. I'm gonna ask you a soy question right here. and we'll move on to the next part of the show. My question is this: you've been doing this for over a year now, and you know it's become a part of your life. It's something important to you. I bet you if you were to quit tomorrow, you would be missing so many of the faces, whether they be in your community or fellow streamers. There would be a void in your life, and that's big because, you know, while people are chasing the dreams of wanting to be a content creator and this and that, at the end of the day, we all are bonded through this experience of community. We're meeting people. We're learning about each other's lives, and we're sharing these moments and memories. So let me ask you this. With the community that you've created, how has your community helped you in a way that they aren't aware of? You know, more often than not, streamers will hear from viewers, "Oh, wow, you great stream. I had a lot of fun. You did this for me. You did that for me." But as the streamer, how has your community helped you behind the scenes when you press that end stream button and it's just you alone?
Okay, so before stream, even in school, I went to a small school. Right, we'll get into that. But like, I'm very good by myself. Like I'm a lonely person. So like I can handle being by myself. Right. I don't have too many friends. Like I have friends and acquaintances, but like close, like, you know, my circle's small. It's small, and that's fine. Don't get me wrong. But I guess like especially like recently, I just like, and through streaming, I've kind of you know, they've not the stream, my community has made me not feel alone in the world type thing. Like there's very much more out there than just, you know, because this is a mental thing for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a small town, I get caught up in the small town drama and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, there's so many people in the world, and this streaming thing has made me like kind of realize that. And like, because you got people international, you know, from all over the world, you know, watching and being part of your community, and it's just kind of opened my eyes to make me, you know, feel like I'm not alone and not like, you know, because in the past, sometimes I've sat there and have been like, fuck, I can, you know, this is just me. Like, all right, and now I do this. I go live to a bunch of people, and it's fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I think they've done that. I think they've done that for me, and they made me feel very, very loved and very, they make me feel special.
Wow.
Beyond, probably, I can't really put it into words.
Yeah.
It's hard. But like a bunch of people that like you for who you are and want to be there, it really warms me up, and yeah, it's really lovely, and I can't thank them enough for that, I guess. And I don't bring this up or talk about that, but yeah,
it's too early for me to cry. All right, Beefy, that's against the rules here, but I appreciate
no
that.
crying.
No, that was beautiful. Like again, let me. I'm digesting what you said, because that was a really rich idea, what you shared with everyone here. You shared this concept of value, of realizing that, you know, we're this little blip in the world, and let alone the universe, and you get caught up in the little things in life, like you said, that small town drama kind of thing. But when you press that go live, and you know, people will use the word escape like it's a dirty word. But for me, it's like it's less of an escape. It's more of an expand. You're expanding your horizons. You go beyond what city you're in, what country you're in, and now you're global. You're anywhere. You're everywhere and anywhere you want to be. And as a streamer specifically, what it sounded from you is the fact that these people will show up time and time again and invest in your life, and vice versa, you to theirs. That's a special bond, man. That goes beyond the content. And it goes beyond the gifts and the follows and the subs and the whatever. It's the human experience. And that's really beautiful, Beefy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
That's right.
That's how the soy.
I just keep it real.
Nick,
as much as it's soy and you're a pussy or whatever, I'm not scared to be like, I'm not scared to open up and be like, hey, this is me. I'm not scared about that.
I love it so much, though.
I've cried on stream many times, and people have been there and seen that, and I'm not scared to do that. Like I'm not gonna end my stream and be like, oh guys, sorry, I'm upset. Like I'll just talk it out and be like, hey.
Oh, the only reason I'm not crying right now is because we got another like 2 hours of this. So like I'm not, I can't be wiping.
I'm giving it together.
I can't.
I'm okay, man. I'm okay.
I'm saving up. All right, I'm saving up for the end there. But
Yeah.
it's on like that. This is honest. This is honest. This is authentic. This is not scripted. And I love that. I love that you embody all that. And again, it's so. This is a refreshing conversation. This is not a fucking interview. This is a conversation.
Nah.
And it's so refreshing to hear you say that.
Do you know what's funny?
What's up?
Funny? You sent me those notes. I read through them and I went, cool. I didn't want to write anything down because I wanted it to just be real. I just wanted it to be me, my thoughts, bang, like that, just improv kind of thing. Like don't write a script. Don't go, this is what I'm going to say. Rah, rah, rah. None of that. Just speak from the heart. You know what I mean?
That's actually how I wish all the guests would take it. Like like if they're scared of something, they could see it and then they can prepare for it. But some people will write out their answers and then practice that through. I'm like, hey, you don't got to do that, man. It's better. It's actually much better when you just freestyle and you go from the top of the dome. What comes to mind first? It's like psychology or whatever, or therapy, whatever. Anywho,
yep.
Beefy, that's the first part of the show. It's as easy as that. It's a breeze. It goes by at the blink of an eye. All right. But we're leaning into the heart of the show. Before we do, like I said, I have 3 bathroom breaks installed. Do you have to use the restroom, get any water, do anything?
I will. Yeah, I'll go for rehydrate.
Go ahead, do your thing, and then we'll switch places. All right?
Yeah.
All right, you got it. Damn it, Kank, Luke, you guys are right. I like him a lot. This guy is just too good. He's good. He's good. He's funny. He's very authentic. He's real. Let's get you all on the network, dude. Let's get you all on the network. Don't tell him that, all right? He doesn't need to know this. He's just, he'll know about it later. But thank you so much, guys, for hanging in. Chaps 90. There's so much stuff you've been throwing. Chaps is going crazy with the gifted plus a follow. Thank you so much, Chaps. I appreciate you. We got Steph, all of y'all, man. So much love. Well, I'm mid conversation. I'm sorry that I couldn't address it, but I appreciate it, man. I can see why you guys love him so much. He's a good guy. He's a really good guy. Why TJ over here is laughing his ass off. It'll go to his head. You're right. And imagine this guy just too horned up, dude. If you just too, that he's clicking like on main too. You know that he doesn't even have a burner account on Twitter. You know he's liking shit on main on Twitter. All right, and that's a fact. It's not even a hot take. Our oiler. Thank you for the content, my beefy boy. This guy, for sure, action deep parts. All right, Beefy, we're switching places. All right, the chat's yours. Give me 1 minute. All right.
Alrighty. Easy. Do you think? Yo. Hi, I have the chat open now. Hello. Fuck you. Hello, chaps. TJ, Bernie. Hi. I can't stop laughing, dude. You guys know me. I can't stop laughing. Every time I say something, I'm like, or however. What's my laugh, dude? It's like, fucking whatever it is. Fucking you're doing so good. Thanks, SG, not SJ. But yeah, I feel having a good time. Mum's are sick, so oh, dude, my foot's getting better. By the way, I'm feeling good today. But yeah, nah, it's chill. It's all good. I hope you're all doing well. Yeah. Be happy. Nice. Bernie? Why are you not asleep? Why are you not asleep? Twisty's good. Are you finished school yet, or what? Can you ask him for his best? Maybe then we ask him. Maybe we ask him. I'll ask for one request. One. I can't talk today. One request. Set an alarm for this. Dank. 1 hour sleep is fine. No, it is not. No, it is not. That's right, Alex. That's all good. That's all right. Shut up, TJ. That's your emote for a reason, dude. Man, that you're calling? Yeah.
What is going on here, BB? What are you clowning on TJ as I come in here?
No. No. I'm not bullying. No,
I
just
got
getting some stick.
fair play, you got to, because they're
Yeah.
flaming you while we're having a conversation here. All right, let me ask this before we get started with the next part of the show. Were you nervous before you got on here?
Yeah, I was nervous. Yeah. I've never I haven't like talked to you probably like kind of a new person, but you're very nice and you're very welcoming, so it's making me feel comfortable.
What
So, shout out to you.
is it purely because you never talked to me before? It has nothing to do with the questions.
Mostly.
Mostly.
No, I'm
really?
not. I'm not scared to talk about. I talk about everything, so I'm not.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm not like. Oh no.
Yeah.
Question.
I've always wondered this because I'm always on the receiving end of this, and a lot of my guests they'll tell me like, I'm so nervous to do this. Like, this is a lot. This is da da da. And I'm just like, hey, first off, I'm not gonna tank you. Like, I'm never gonna do anything too crazy. But B, it's like, you're gonna do fine. You're gonna do great. It's it's about you, and you've already hit a home run here, man. You've been killing it, and we haven't even gotten to the second part of the show, man.
I'm just being. I just be transparent, dude. I'm a pretty open book
Yeah.
on stream.
Oh,
Like,
boy.
I don't keep my life too much of a secret. So
That is
Yeah.
that is the magic word when doing this show, and I'll tell you why. All right, here we're leaning into the life story part of the show, which is the bread and butter. This is what I've done officially now 119 times. All right, you are episode 119. Now, before we get started, I'd like to say to the guests here live on Twitch, all those that are watching on Twitch and YouTube or listening on Spotify, this. Any individual that's willing to share their life story, all right, whether it be on stream, off stream, whatever it may be, they should be honored and respected. This is not a place of judgment. This is not an interrogation, and none of that. I don't believe in it. We don't need any more drama on the internet. That's already done for free.
Sure.
Amen.
Sure.
Yeah, Jesus. I've seen enough of
Don't,
it.
don't even get me started.
Hey, Beefy,
Oh.
Beefy, we could talk about that offline. All right, we could air some shit offline. Don't get me started with that. But so the thing is this though, my job as a host, especially within this show, the construct of it is I'm going to ask questions and I'm going to do my best to clarify anything that might be vague or maybe just needs a little bit of, even just on my end, some clarification on some stories or something that you may say. If ever you feel uncomfortable, if ever you think it's too deep, it's something you just don't feel like you want to share, feel free to say this ain't for me, pass, give a vague answer, whatever it may be. We'll move on.
Yep.
No questions asked. All right,
Easy.
you good?
No worries.
All right. So
Yep.
the first question here, we're going to talk about your family and your upbringing first and foremost. So without doxing yourself, whether it be a general area, city, whatever location, where were you born and raised, Beefy?
So I am born and raised south coast of New South Wales.
Nice.
So that's a couple hours south of Sydney.
Mhm.
I have grown up here. I've spent most of my childhood and life, really.
Awesome. And so going from there, any siblings?
I have 2 siblings.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 including me. So that's 2. Yeah, good maths.
What's the order? Okay, thank you for the math lesson there, real quick. I appreciate that. I was worried I wasn't gonna be able to count to 3, but
So yeah, I'm the eldest. I'm the older brother. So I was the first one. And then I have a 21-year-old brother at the moment. And then how old is she? 14-year-old sister.
Nice.
Yeah.
So being the head of the household in terms of your sibling, tell me about it, because we know about stereotypes. We know that with the being the oldest in the household, you often bear responsibilities that the other 2 won't ever fathom. Whether it be watching over the siblings, whether it be taking the brunt of punishments because you're the oldest, you should know best. Tell me the dynamic between you and your siblings.
Me and my siblings. So I grew up mostly with my brother because my sister's a lot younger.
Uh-huh.
So it's mostly just me and my brother. And I had it the worst. So I get called the golden child in my family. I don't know why. I don't deserve that tag. But like because I just copped, like, I was the first one, right?
Okay.
So you get the strictest rules because it's their first, it's your parents' first attempt at
Exactly.
raising a child, right?
Yeah.
So like, you get the punishments are worse. bedtime is earlier.
Mhm.
All those things like, going out, they don't want to like let you out too much or like too long. You got to get your schoolwork done, stuff like that. So yeah, I think I had it the worst for sure. Me like my brother was the bit of the rascal of the family as well.
Mm.
So that's why I get the golden child tag more.
Yeah.
My sister probably has it now because my sister got it all by herself, right? I moved out, I
Uh-huh.
left. I wasn't even, I left when she was young. She was only like what? Should have been 8 or so
Mhm,
when I left
mhm.
home. And so yeah, like she didn't have it like me and my brother did kind of
Yeah.
thing because there was like we had to share a room, everything. Like we were real like me and my brother real close.
Yeah.
Too close. Spent too much time together.
What is tell us some of the annoyances, because when you're when you're in proximity, when you're so close in each other's spaces, like there's no
Mm.
room for you to breathe, there's no room for you to have privacy. Was there any sibling rivalry between you and your brother, or was it pretty like you would
Oh
dominate
yeah.
the space? How did it look like?
No, there was a lot of competition, a lot. Whether that was video games, sports. So my dad's a big sport head.
Yeah.
So we grew up loving cricket,
Oh, nice.
soccer, football,
Yeah.
those things. So it was always a competition between me and my brother on who would, who's better, right?
Hmm.
And he would get very, very angry. Humbly, I was better at sports than him mostly. So I would usually win.
Hmm.
So he would get very annoyed at that, and I would enjoy making him annoyed. So I would purposely beat him, and what like and just and then he'd get very angry and try and like beat me up, and it's quite. And he's like bigger than me, so
Hmm.
he's a bit more stocky and a bit more well built than I am.
Yeah.
So if we did get into a fight, he would win, even if it was just a friendly wrestle. So
Yeah.
I was frightened, scared of that. But
Yeah.
I could run much faster than him, so I would just run away and tease him from afar. I was a bit of a, and then mum would come out and be like, "Stop it! That's it. To your room." Right. And I would, oh.
Which you guys
Like, we
shared.
yeah, but no. So so that's the funny thing.
Yeah.
One would have to go to the parents' room, and I would have to go to my room. So we're separated when we're both in trouble.
At least, did your room have all the video games, or did the parents' room do that?
I think no, because back when we were younger, the video games were in like the lounge room. We weren't allowed them like in our room.
Ooh,
So
good.
they, because then we have to go to bed. Bed is for sleeping, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I like that. Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't like you had to. So there was no games or anything. Mum would take like the Nintendo DS, Game Boy, whatever it was, and so you weren't able to
Sleep.
play.
Yeah.
Nothing. You just have to sit there when you're in trouble. You sit there on your bed. You do your homework. You can do whatever you like, read a book,
Yeah.
but you have to sit there. Like no technology more.
Well, how about your sister? Like you said, you moved out when she was around 8 years old. What was it like when you've grown up having this relationship one-on-one with your brother, but then when your sister joins the family, did that change anything? There was a dynamic shift. Did you feel different as the oldest sibling, being like, all right, well, now I can't have this like rowdy relationship? Well, you can have the rowdy relationship with your brother, but now it's like I also have other relationships with my sister too.
No, it was good. It was like having so I went through like high school as she was like kind of growing up. So it's cool to have like a young, like, she was a baby into like a toddler into, starting school. That was really cool to see. And I still, you still see it from, I don't see her too often, but when I do, it's really cool. And she feels like, we're really close and we talk about stuff. So it's a different dynamic because I did grow up with like my brother there all the time kind of thing, and he was closer to my age. So we could do things together. Whereas like the younger one, we were kind of like, I'd read my sister a book when she was younger and like little stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then like, as time's progressed, you're kind of like a second parent in a way, being the older brother. So you just like, you help her with stuff, you teach her stuff, that kind of thing. But yeah, when you move out and then you have your own life, so it's a bit harder to do that. Like I try and message her here and there and keep up with what's going on, but it's hard sometimes. And when I catch up, she's always got lots of stories to tell, and it's a very different dynamic, and it's not a bad dynamic at all. But yeah, it's cool.
What did you learn being the oldest in your family, especially the oldest between your siblings? What did your siblings teach you? Whether that be about being a person or a brother or whatever it may be.
I
What did
guess.
your siblings teach you?
Well, I was like, I had to be the kind of role model. I guess I felt like I was. I don't. They. What did they teach me though? Oh, I don't know. The. It's. I don't know. They. They know how to annoy me. That's for sure. Especially my brother. Um.
Yeah.
I guess. So my brother. It's funny because like. So my brother's very. He's a bit of a rascal, right?
Hmm.
He's very. He's lost his license. He's committed crimes in the past. He's a bit of a character.
Hmm.
For sure. He's kind of taught me what not to do in a way.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
from in a sense, I still love him to bits. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He's an idiot at times, and he's learned a lot. He's come a long way. So now he's good. It's more stuff that's happened in the past when he was younger.
Hmm.
But yeah, he's kind of taught me what not to do in a way. Um, my sister teaches me like I guess like I kind of got like somewhat of practice on like younger children, like with the like how to raise how to raise them kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
watching you watch your parents, and then as being like a 13, 14, 15 teenager
Hmm.
while they're like going through their like kind of preschool toddler phase,
Hmm.
you kind of like learn you learn how to rate not raise it probably, but like you do certain things to teach the younger one what to do.
Yeah.
And I guess I guess she taught me that. But
Why?
they also
Uh-huh.
wait, what?
I'm
Yeah.
watching your eyes shift. Are you all right? you good?
Oh, okay. So something about me.
Yeah.
I can't sit still. I can't sit
Fair
still.
play.
I fiddle. I just look around.
No.
So if my eyes start wandering, it's just me.
Yeah.
It's just me.
You're
Doing my
thinking.
thing.
You're thinking. I was.
Yeah.
I love that though. You're right. Your siblings kind of taught you how to grow up, how to be an early parent, because like you said, you are that second parent aside from your main ones, and so you having to
Yeah.
set that standard. I think that actually works to the favor of being a streamer too, because not to shit on the viewers, but I got to think of them as kids. So it's like
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
And then they start saying some out of pocket shit, and then you're like, oh, whoa, you're a grown ass man, like you.
You have to put the hammer down and hey,
Yeah.
these are the rules here. Like,
Hey,
in
shoes
the naughty
off
corner
now.
you go. Yeah.
Exactly. Let's jump towards your parents now. All right. Was it a strict household growing up?
Yeah, I'd say it was pretty strict.
In what way?
Well, so my parents are Christian. They're big. We went to church every Sunday, read the Bible, pray at dinner,
Yeah.
all that. So they were very, strict on all those things. And it was just like, there was early bedtime, set schedule.
Mhm.
There was like, we had fun, don't get me wrong, but it was, get your schoolwork done, do that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like super strict. Don't get me wrong. I still had time for my friends, but I wouldn't
Mhm.
say, some of my friends had it much easier, not easier, but like, it was a bit more loose, and they could do a little bit more, I guess, more fun, more spare time,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
That's fair. Okay.
Mm.
And let's go down the road here. Tell me about the relationship with your parents, with your mom and dad.
It's good. It's really good. The relationship's awesome.
Mhm.
I would say I'm closer with my mum than my dad.
Oh, okay.
I think, yeah, I feel like I'm comfortable talking to both. I talk to them about everything.
Yeah.
But if I really need something, I'll like go to mum. If it's like an important thing, I will go and talk to mum about it first, and then do that. Yeah, but I feel like I can talk to them about anything. Dad was the big outdoorsy, taught me how to do the sports, all that.
Mhm.
So that was really cool. He's kind of like, I'm similar to my dad in terms of like how I am, I guess. But my
Yeah.
mum's kind of like the one that's like, I don't know, my mum's like the one to talk to kind of thing, I guess. If
Or
it's
like the moral compass, it sounds like the one that taught you how to speak to people or whatever. Like you get the physical activities and
Yeah.
interests from dad,
Yeah.
but like the relatability and especially
Mm.
when I'm hearing you take care of your sister the way you did in terms of reading her bedtime stories and that's a very naturey kind of vibe there. I like that. Tell me this, all right? Story time now, Beefy. All right, story time. I want you to give me a story, one from each of your parents, one from your mom, one from your dad, about a lesson that they've instilled into you that you still hold true to this very day. Something that they taught you growing up that you still apply into your life.
Story. All right. Ooh. What would I say? A story. I blame my bad. I've got a goldfish brain as well. I've had too many concussions.
What?
So thinking I've had I've had two too many.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Scary. Okay.
Yeah. I'm all right. I'm good.
All right.
I just my memory's not all there sometimes.
Mhm.
I guess it's not like a lesson.
Anything.
I guess
Yeah.
anything. I guess one that kind of like sticks with me is like, so okay, so I'll talk about this.
Mhm.
My dad's a policeman, a police officer.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's done that for a lot of years.
Mhm.
He still works in the police force.
Nice.
When I was about 17, he
Mhm.
got diagnosed with PTSD.
Oh wow.
From his work, from his job.
Yeah.
And that would cause him it caused him a lot of stress and drama.
Mhm.
Like not drama, but just like caused him a lot of grief
Anxieties
and rah rah. Yeah, so
yeah.
like he would he turned to alcohol
Mm.
and stuff like that, and to keep himself in check and look after, not that that's the right way to look after himself,
Yeah.
but that's what he did.
Mhm.
And then he would have to like focus on himself more than us, I guess, and it would like a lot of responsibility fell on mum and stuff,
Yeah.
and whatnot. But yeah, no, he did the one thing I'm trying to say here is he did eventually, he got to a point where he did take the right steps to
Mhm.
um he went and got help, and it took him a good couple of years.
Yeah.
Like he didn't work for a couple of years. And he took the steps to um get the help he needed, and now he's fantastic. He
That's
still,
amazing.
he still gets hints in here and there, but
Yeah.
he's doing much better. And yeah, I guess I just saw him like at his lowest point, and then saw him get out of that point.
Mhm.
And and that was all while I was doing my final years of school kind of thing. So it was tough. It was tough for me, but I saw him go from the lowest point to
Yeah.
and he kind of he chose that, like, if you got an illness or whatever, you can. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. I'm just kind of telling
Can I
that
ask you a
story.
question here? Can I ask you a
Yeah,
question?
good.
And again, feel free not to answer it if you don't want to. But I'm curious here. When you see someone so close in your life, like your dad, struggling and choosing the bottle and all that jazz, how did that affect you? What was your insight during that time in your life?
My insight was just kind of like, I just kind of like shelled up, I guess.
Yeah.
I went, I just stopped, like, I didn't stop, but I just kind of like focused on my school and myself. I just kind of like tried to ignore it
Mm.
more. I was just like he had his, like, he had his shed or whatever, so he'd go out
Mhm.
there and do that. And we still did things together, but it was a lot less, and it was a lot more of him just kind of spending. He would like do his thing by himself, and that's what he'd like to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I just kind of like I kind of did a similar thing in a way. I
Mm.
was still sharing a room with my brother, but like I was just very very much, I just play video games and then do my study, and
Yeah.
that was me. I just kind of shut off. I just kind of went,
Yeah.
like,
You boxed it out. You didn't want to. It's
mm,
not. You didn't want to address it. You didn't want to touch it.
It
That's
wasn't
some.
mean, like, and I still cared for him, and I still
Of
told him I love
course.
him, and I'd give him a hug, but I just inside, mentally, I was just kind of like switched off to it, kind of thing. I just kind of like tried
Mhm.
to cut it out as best I could, but it was still affecting me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can I ask that? How was it affecting you? Like, what was going through your mind during that time?
I was just like upset, worried for him
Yeah.
more, like, but I was trying to like focus on my school and stuff, but it
Yeah.
was, the house, like mum and dad's relationship was a bit shaky
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. So it was causing,
It's
it was
tough.
there's
And
ripples through the household and rah rah. So yeah,
you're,
it just kind of shook. It shakes you. It shakes you.
and I'm sure, again, like you're the oldest, and your
Mm.
siblings may be too young, or you don't know how they're handling it. You're kind of this bridge between the siblings, the parents, and everything in between. So it is difficult, to say the least. And then plus your school, plus your own future that you're trying to take into consideration. That is so many things to juggle at one point at such a young age. That's so commendable. And then, if anything, I'm so glad that the story has a happy ending where you can now look at your father and be like, you know what? He's battled his own demons and had to work through such a hard process and came out on top.
Yeah.
What if that's not the signs of a hero? I don't know what is. No cape needed. So that's
Nah.
amazing. I love that. How about your ma? Tell us. You kind of classified yourself as a mama's boy, so I know you got stuff with your ma. Tell me about your ma and you's relationship.
Mum's been there through everything. Like when whether it's a breakup or like any it's just like I've hurt my foot on Monday, right?
Yeah.
And she calls me. She just calls me to, I forget what she called me to check up on me or something. I was streaming at the time and I just like cut my foot open.
Jeez.
And I was like, oh, hello. And then I was like, hey, I just got my foot open. Can you come over and look at it? And she just comes straight over, brings everything, antiseptic, bandages, the works. Like she comes over and addresses it, and that's kind of what it is. She'll drop anything and do what's.
Well,
But I'm trying to think of a story. I'm trying to think of a specific time that like she's kind of shown me something, I guess.
I have one question. If you need a bailout on,
Oh.
I'm very curious. You said that she was there for breakups. Can you tell us the conversation and what she did for you during the times when you broke up with your significant other? Because for me, I'm not one to share that with my parents. Like if I broke up with someone, I just say, hey, we're no longer together. We move on. But it sounds like in your relationship, she was much more involved.
Yeah, no, I'm just honest. Like I just tell, if anyone's going to be there, it's your family, right?
Yes.
So like I just think like that, and I go like when I'm going through tough times, I just go, hey mum, I need to talk. Like, can I come over or whatever it is? And then I go there, and whether that's a breakup or like a stressful period in life, it's just I go hey, can we chat with it? And if I'm if she's far away or whatever, it's a phone call. But if I can go see her in person, I will.
Yeah.
And I go over there, and then we talk for an hour. And just put it all on the table. I would just put it all on the table, and then she would just comfort me or give me advice or whatever it is. She knows me better than anyone, and so she knows what to say. Like she just knows who I am and whatnot. So,
oh my gosh, I love that a ton. That's beautiful. So and here's the thing though, it's so easy because like you could wrap that up perfectly and be like, what I learned from my ma is that ability to have good conversation, that ability to value family.
Yeah.
And I think you're spot on when you say that.
She'll also tell it how it is. Like if I've done something dumb, she'll go, "You're an idiot," and I'm like, "Yeah." Like she just knows she just knows who I am and whatnot, and she just knows what to say, and she'll just keep it real and I like that,
What was the last thing your mom called you out on for being an idiot for when you approached her? Or at least one that's shareable.
2 days ago when I stepped on glass.
Oh my gosh! All right,
one.
you know what? Yeah, your ma is right on that one.
You're silly.
She called you silly.
It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. I got the what would be the last one? Probably like probably my last breakup would be like would be the one that kind of sticks with me. Yeah.
Okay. And again,
we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. Yeah, we got a couple segments before we got into that. Don't think I'm forgetting there. Perfect. So let me ask you one more thing. Okay, one last thing, and then we'll move along. I say this time and time again. I don't consider myself a content creator. By all means, I do not. I consider myself someone who creates and captures moments and memories. That's what I like to do. That's how I would define what I do on here. So that's exactly what we're going to do here, right now. All right. So the question remains, lifetime is always moving forward. We will never get another day like today, literally and specifically, all that jazz. And what's beautiful about this show, it's evergreen content. You could find this in a week on YouTube, and you can visit it in a month, in a year, 5 years, 10 years, doesn't matter. As long as YouTube's there, you can go revisit this and see who you were at this specific time in your life, as well as some of the memories that maybe you may have forgotten because time is just keep on pushing and trudging forward. So I want to make a memory and moment with you tonight. I'm going to ask you this, Beefy. With life constantly moving forward, what is something that your family should never forget about you? You know, you mentioned that you moved out. You mentioned you're doing your own thing. You're living your own life. But what is something that they should never forget about their son, Beefy Pandas, no matter where you are in the world and no matter what you end up doing?
They should remember always that I am there for them and that I love them. I may not show it or you know, I might not make too much of an effort to message them or anything. I'm pretty so, you know, I just kind of do my thing and do that. But they should always know that I'm always there if they want to talk to someone, if they want to talk about their feelings and thoughts and whatever. Don't be scared to talk to your son or or your older brother. You know, come to me and you can talk about anything. I'm not going to judge you. Like I'm going to listen, open my ears, and be there for you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do they know that right now?
I think they do. I think they do.
I mean, at the very least,
hope they
you can clip this and you can send it to them at some later date. All right. They don't got to watch the first part. They don't want to see you in a cat suit, but they know that their oldest son is there for them no matter what.
True.
I love it. I love it. We got to talk about everyone in your family, Beefy, but I want to talk about you. Who were you during those teenage, preteen years growing up down in South New Wales? What was going on in your life? What kind of teenager were you back in the day?
What kind of teenager was I? Quiet.
Yeah. What?
Quiet, smart. Liked video games. Liked football, soccer. Same thing. When I say football,
yeah, I got soccer. You. I get. I'm the American here. But
football is loose in Australia. There's a lot of different sports that football is.
Oh, okay.
But in my head, football is soccer. So
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was very quiet. I didn't talk much in school. I was just the quiet kind of sort of nerdy one. Got his work done, got his head down. Yeah.
You never were rowdy in high school during those days? You were just always, no?
Probably not until like my last year of school. Maybe. I kind of come out of my shell a little bit in the last year, but even then still very, it was more after school that I've kind of come into who I am today.
Interesting. This is actually throwing me off completely because I like how I see you on stream. Is, I think, when I see you, I see the boys, the kennel, I'm thinking, oh, these guys are in for a rowdy time. All right. These guys are going off. They're having a good time, love that stuff. But you telling me that your origins, you were the quiet kid. You were kind of nerdy. Why would you classify yourself as nerdy?
Oh, I played video games and I did that, I got my head down. I like maths. I did chemistry, science, all the nerdy subjects. I enjoyed like computers and IT and that. Just those things. Like, I would, I'd happily sit inside and do that. I'd also go out, like, I love my sports, don't get me wrong. But I'm more than happy to do the nerdy things. For sure. But yeah, I was real quiet and
I like it. Well, let's transition us over then from your story here, your family and your upbringing to your education. Let's talk about school a little bit. I'm going straight into high school for this one, all right? So during your high school years, I'm going to ask you, you're familiar with all the stereotypes, the jocks, the nerds, the geeks, the emo stoners, the party kids, whatever it may be. Where did you fall under that spectrum of stereotypes in high school and why?
Where would I fall? What would you definitely like? As I said, quiet, a bit nerdy. So probably more on the geek side, I guess.
The dorky.
I was a bit of an athlete. I did all the sport things at school, like because sport means a day off, right? So you go to the whatever sport it is. You don't have to go to school. You go to the sport thing instead. But yeah, I'd that nerd geek kind of category, I guess.
Nerd
The
geek.
smarty pants. The smarty pants.
The highest.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
The highest in the class there, deal. I like that. All right, the smarty pants. So going from there, right, I got to ask the layup questions too. What was your go-to subject? What was the one that you knew either you're going to get an instant A or something that you genuinely just enjoyed doing?
Mathematics.
Math?
Would be that.
What was it about math?
Numbers. I like numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoy like solving equations, that kind of thing. It was my favorite subject.
Okay.
I just go crazy for it. I did all like there's like, you can do like maths, but then you can extend it and do like a harder subject of maths. So I was like doing that as well. And yeah, I don't know. It just came naturally, I guess.
Okay. And how about co-curricular activities? And what are all the sports and clubs that you were part of during high school?
Oh, so I was like the football, touch footy. Pretty much. So my school is much smaller than most schools. I think my graduating year, I had 20 people.
Oh, what?
Graduate. So yeah, I was a private school. So yeah, it was this very small crew of people. So when sport days come up, it'd always be like, a few from our year and then some from like the year below, and to make numbers and that kind of thing. But yeah, it was like, all this, rugby. I played rugby in like rugby union, rugby league.
Oh, league. Okay.
What else? Cricket. Every sport, because we're such a small school, we just we did everything. And I know I wasn't much of a chess person. There was a chess. There was a computer class that I was part, like computer. I forget what it was called. But basically you do it like, it was at lunchtime, and it was like you'd go there and you'd do like IT, coding and that kind of thing. I was doing that. What other? I did surfing. That was cool. So we did like every Friday arvos in our school. Well, like it's called Sport and Rec. And so like it was like, but it wasn't like sport at like, no, it wasn't sport at the school. It was always like other things.
Yeah.
So like, there was like surfing. There was paintball. There was bowling, tennis, that kind of thing. Like you'd go somewhere else and you'd do stuff. And so I chose surfing as mine. And so there was like a group of like 8 of us or whatever. We'd all jump in a minibus, pick a beach that's good that day, go there, go surfing. It was very cool.
I have to ask, out of curiosity now though, like, so was it a mentality that you just wanted to keep yourself busy doing all these things? Because it sounds like you're doing literally everything that your school had to offer. You were part of it.
Much.
Why did it not register in your mind that you're like, maybe I'm taking a little too many things? Maybe, where's that time for yourself? Or did you enjoy it? Was that just part of who you were, that you're like, I'm going to do it all?
No, so all the things I did were in school time. None of it required out of school time.
Oh, no
That's
wonder.
All. So like, if it was sports, the training outside of it was at lunchtime, or it'd be at lunchtime and stuff like that. All these things would be in the spare time at school. You know what I mean? Like the ones
you're training for sports during lunch. You're not doing that after school.
Mostly, some of it was after school, like maybe a little bit, but like most of it was like at school time. So it never got to a point where it was like the events were on the weekend or anything. They were always midweek. So like on a school day. If anything, you'd get, instead of your regular school day on a Wednesday, you'd go to the event and do that. And yeah.
That is wild. Okay. Damn. All right. Beefy, story time again. All right. You ready? I'm going to ask you to dig deep for this one. All right. I want you to give me one story. Easier this time. One story that is either a good one, something that you look fondly, that you appreciated during your high school career, during your time back in the day, or maybe it was a tough one. Maybe it was a lesson learned. Maybe it was something difficult that you struggled through during your high school career that taught you something about life or about yourself. Can you give us just one good or bad story?
Wait, say the question again. Sorry. I'm trying to give myself more time to think here.
I've never in my life of doing this had someone tell me to repeat. I had that as a script. That's in my brain. That's not in the thing. All right, that's in my brain. I'll milk the clock for you as you continue on. You know, in high school, just cut me off whenever. All right, this is my talent here.
Okay.
Watch this.
Yeah.
You know, in high school, we just constantly live through these things, and it's a lot of moments. You know, I think a lot of high school is blurred together. And so there's a lot of little things, little peccadillos that occur that, you know, again, not every day is going to be a good one. And so sometimes we have bad days, but now looking back, like for example, myself, I just recently celebrated my 10-year anniversary of high school. And so I'm able to look back introspectively and say like, yeah, that time that was really shitty, man, that taught me a lot about myself. That taught me a lot about the environment around me. That taught me a lot about what I didn't like in life or about myself. Likewise, there are some beautiful stories that to this day I still cherish that I wrote down because I'm scared of losing those forever. So that's why I think it's really important. And, you know, you get the choice of highlighting one of those things within your life that we can save here and cherish forever. It doesn't just because it was a bad memory doesn't mean it's one that would you know hurt you, I guess, or diminish you as a person. It's something that I always think there's an ability to spin it into a positive. Have you bought enough time there? That was a 5-minute speech. Is there anything else that I can do for you, sir? Huh?
No, that's great.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, you make me work overtime, man. This is a conversation. I'm over here. Give me TED Talks.
I apologize.
I'm joking. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, you're right when everything blurs into one. For sure. I guess one. I don't know if this answers the question properly, but it's one story that kind of sticks with me.
Shoot.
So there was this trip we did to Sydney. We were going there for the weekend, as like a group of us. And I think it was like how many? Probably like 10, 11 of us went up with a bunch of teachers and stuff. We went up to Sydney for a weekend. We were staying at one of the schools there in the city, and so you know, city schools are big, tall buildings. You know, they got many stories. And their playgrounds are on the roof. You know, and so we were staying at this school, and for one of the, so we're staying there for the weekend, right? So we're sleeping like in their gym. Like we had like air mattresses and such and whatnot. We had set up like in their gym, on one of the stories. I can't remember how far it was up. But one night I decided to take a walk in my sleep. And I have awoken in a fire exit, emergency exit. And yeah, in Australia, the fire exits, once you get in there, you don't go back into the building. The only door that is open is the one on the bottom floor. Sleepwalking. This is at 2 a.m. Everyone is asleep. I've come to my senses in the fire exit, right? I've come to my senses. I proceed to walk down. I'm at the time, by the way, I'm like 14 at the time. All right.
Yeah.
I walk down this fire exit and I walk out to the bottom floor in the middle of Sydney as a 14-year-old quiet kid, nervous, scared. I'm in the middle of the city. Like, I don't have my phone on me, nothing. I didn't have a phone when I was 14.
Yeah.
I didn't get a phone until I was 16. I'm there in my like boxer shorts, just standing there. It's you know, it's cold and I don't know what to do. For some reason, instead of going to like one of the shops who would have a phone, I sat there outside the building for like an hour for like no reason. Like why did I, like, now I look back and I go, why didn't I go and try and get someone with a phone?
Did you remember any phone numbers back in the day?
No, definitely not.
Then
I mean, I think I remembered. No, I think I remember my home one. I think that's the only one I knew. Like my parents' number at home, their home phone. That's the only one I knew. And then the security guard for the building turns up at like 3 a.m. or whatever it was. Do his rounds, check that everything's good. And he comes up to me and he goes like, "Are you good? What are you doing?" And I'm like, I told him the story. Woke up in the fire exit, come down here. And now I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for sunrise kind of thing. And he goes, "I got a phone. You want to call someone?" The only phone number I know is the home one, right? Like
Yeah.
my parents. So I call them at 3 a.m. in the morning. "Hey mom, I'm in the middle of the city. I don't know." And then she gets onto one of the teachers. Then one of the teachers comes down and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" And so yeah, they take me back in, but I don't know why. That's just a random story that sticks with me from
I
my
like that.
high school years.
I like that
It's
story.
a very scary moment, and looking back, I'm like, I made the wrong decisions. Like at the time, I should have gone. Like, there's plenty of people in the city. You could go to the corner store at a 7-Eleven and be like, "Hey, I'm lost. Can you help me?" Like, you could ask anyone, But I guess I was just very, very nervous and scared and didn't really know what to do. And in my panic, I just kind of sat there and went, "This is safe. I'm going to sit here."
You
Um,
you telling me, were you barefoot too?
yeah, barefoot.
You are. First off, the first thing I was thinking was, did you even try to ask for change? Like, if I was in that situation, a part of me was like, let me see if I could penny pinch a little, or like, ask for ask for money.
Maybe I should have. No, not at the time.
But that's ridiculous. Sleepwalking. You sleptwalk through the door into downtown as a 14-year-old with no phone. That is a nightmare. All right. That is so scary, especially being the quiet kid trying to figure out, or like, oh shit, like I gotta try to figure out how to function and survive.
Yeah. Have barely been in the city as a kid. So to have to just be there surrounded by all these lights and whatnot, it's very very scary.
Too much, man. It's too much there. Let's go into your final weeks of high school. All right, I'm gonna take you to your final weeks of high school. You're getting the cap and gown. You're finishing up finals and all that jazz. We're gonna say we're gonna be best friends forever, kind of deal. All right. After high school, what was your next choice? Did you go to 4 years? Did you go to community college? Did you work? Did you travel? Did you take a year off? What was your decision and why did you make it?
I went to university straight out of school.
Okay.
I got early entry. So I basically knew I was in the uni I wanted to be in before I did my final exams. So that kind of cut the stress off, and I kind of just went. As soon as I found that out, I stopped studying and I went and did whatever. I just played video games instead of studying, basically. And because I'd got into what I wanted to do at the time. And yeah, that was, yeah.
So tell me, you're first in the family or within your siblings to be going to uni, doing all that jazz. What did it mean to you going to that next step?
Okay, so especially I don't know if this is a thing in the States or whatever, but Australian schools like to brainwash you into thinking that like university is the be all and end all. Right?
Yep, that's in the States too.
They want people. Yeah, they want people to go to uni. They think that's what they want, right? So they go, hey, you've got to go to uni, otherwise life's over, right? So that's what it was in my head, right? So I'm just like, if I achieve this, I've done the right job, right? If I go to uni and I do my degree, that's life thumbs up, like that's real good. But yeah, that's what was going through my head at the time. Looking back, it's kind of like silly, but I was like, I felt awesome. I was like, I got into uni. I'm doing what I want to. I'm gonna have a good career. Like that's what was going through my head.
And how do you feel about it now?
That's a silly way to think. Because I did not finish that degree, and I found out it's not what I wanted to do. I did electrical engineering at university. And it was fun. It was good first year, and then kind of second year, I kind of realized, hey, this isn't really what I want, and I kind of stopped doing uni. And now I look back and I just go, like, they brainwash you into thinking that you have to go to uni, and because that's what you want. But then, some people go into their degree and that's actually what they want. But I just, I was like I was tossing up a couple of things, and I was like, oh, you know what, this is what I want to do. Got into that, and then but then like halfway through the degree, I'm like, this isn't what I want. Like, I'm not happy doing this, and I'm not having a good time. And so yeah, it was just a bit like I should have gone in a different direction.
Yeah.
Looking back, but yeah.
When did you recognize that? I think what you experience is something really important. I used to work at admissions as well at a university, and where I was to where I am now, I couldn't agree with you more. There are a lot of paths in life, and for someone to say that it's a one size fits all it's ridiculous. So where for those that may be watching that are of a younger demographic, maybe they're on their way to college, maybe they're in college right now. All right. What would you say was the big turning point when you realized that it wasn't for you?
Because I wasn't happy. I was do what makes you happy. That's like my life motto. Like, just do what makes you happy. Money does make the world go round. You need a bit of money to do the things you want to do, but money doesn't it doesn't buy happiness. And if you're not, you could be in the best career ever, but if you're not having a good time, I recommend doing something that you are having a good time in. So yeah, just do what makes. I was like during that second year, I was just like, I was just trudging through, and I'm just like, I'm not enjoying this. Like I didn't even want to push through it. I was just like, this is, I had very little motivation to do my degree. Like I was just like, why am I doing this? Like, and even the career at the end, I looked at it and I went, is that what I want to do? And I was like, not really. Like, I don't want to be, I didn't want to be an electrical engineer or anything in that. Like, I was just like, because I talked to like cousins and extended family members who were engineers. And I'm like, what do you do in your job? What do you do? And they explain it. Like in my head, I'm like, that's not what I want to do. Like, that's cool for you. That's great. But
yeah,
it's not who I want it to be. And I want to do something that I'll do something that I enjoy and makes me happy. And I'm still trying to find that today. But for the meantime, I'm doing things at the moment that I enjoy. And so yeah.
I love that. And even more so, I love the answer. I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you about your present. I was going to ask you about where your head's at with what you want to do with your life. But it takes, in my opinion, a real adult, an actual person to say, I don't know. And I'm still living it. And I'm still going through the motion of finding that thing. But I'm actively trying to search it. I'm not just, throwing in the hat.
At this current point, I'm definitely in between things. 100%. Like right now, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm in between things. I'm about to move in a few months. So I'm just kind of focusing on that. I'm changing locations. And we go from there basically. I've kind of planned stuff for next year. I'm going to do a bit of studying, but I'm still like, I'm still in between things. It's just, I'm just going with the flow and like you said, actively searching.
Yeah. When you moving again?
Probably like January, February.
I see. Okay. Got some time.
Yeah.
Got some, but you'll still be streaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. All right. I got to make sure. This is a long term.
No.
Coming on the show is a long. Okay.
That's the advantage. The stream comes with me.
Okay. Fair play. Doing these shows are long term relationships for me. All right. I'm not just a hit it and quit it. When we're doing this together, it's kind of like a group project. All right. We're doing this show together, and so if you're gonna tell me suddenly you just disappear, man, my heart will hurt. All right. It's happened before. Yeah. Some people, it was a pandemic rush or whatever. But it's good to know that you're taking your show on your road, and hopefully in an environment where you're going to continue to grow, and you'll find out that passion that you love so much there. All right. So that's the second or the two parts there. Let's lean into the third part of your story, which is the work history. Again, this is part of the bathroom break segment. Do you need to use the restroom, get some water, anything?
I'll grab some water real quick.
Go ahead. Let's switch out, and I'll use the restroom after you're back.
All right, easy.
All right. And again, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching. !Q in the chat. We'll have the community questions segment in just 2 turns. We're going to talk about work history in just a bit and romantic relationships. Yo, Ross, what up? I saw you there, you little Q. What's up, dude? Ross, do you not know who BeefyPanda is, man? I got a lot of homies from the OC. I think you'll really enjoy. One of them, I saw you interacting there with Kank and Luke OCE, man. They're absolute studs. I love them a ton. They're hilarious. Hounds too, all right? Absolute doggies. Oh, look what we got. We got Idis here. I took your recommendation, Idis. He's a good guy. I love him. He's a little sweetheart, dude. This guy's he's too kind. Adam, look at all these. Look, we got what we got? TJ, there's Luke again with the soft yellow. He's a softie, 100% a softie. I was not seeing this coming. I did not see this one coming. OC he does it best. Yeah, I'm a fan. I like it. I wish in another life, man, I wish I could move over there. I would rather be a streamer over in the OC than in the United States 100% of the time. Moms, I'm a softie. You're a freak, Adam. Who's better Who's better than OC? Honestly, what do you mean? Who's better? What? Or what's better? Or who? I'm confused. He's a softie. It's true. Ben Hydus, TJ Bird, Luke, and Kank. Why, Turt? Why you got me doing that? Luke is a soy boy. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Yo, Dex, thank you so much for the gifted there to TJ Bird, man. Too much love. All right, tag me out. I'll be back in a minute. Go ahead. Chat's yours.
Easy. Yo. What's going on? Why am I wet? Yo. Y'all having fun? Y'all having fun? Hold it. Why, what? What's up? Yeah, Dex, 4 months. Big. Wow. Thanks, man. You crazy. This is where you flip the switch and get rowdy. Should I go? May as well. Actually, wait, quick. I'll be 2 seconds. I'm barely walking. I hopped. Beer. I haven't had beer in so long. Techie. Nah, I'm planning on drinking tonight anyway, so we'll start with an early one. It'd be clean. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Yeah. I'm having a good time. I like chatting. You guys know this. I like talking. It's because you're soy. I'm not soy. Well, you know, it's gonna be on his chest spinning. No. I won't be. I'll be chilling. Yeah, I'm having a good time. Just chatting. You seem hella chill. You're doing great so far. Thanks, Froggy. If it is soy, I'm not soy. I am not soy.
A little bit soy. A little bit soy.
Apparently.
I see you've grabbed the beer. What is this? What is this drink? You're drinking on a job. What's going on here? Let me see it.
Someone said, this is where you flip the switch and get rowdy. I was like, oh, I don't crack a beer. But nah.
I'm surprised. You know what?
Calm the nerves, you know?
Not enough being chilling.
Being chilling.
I just found out where that came from John Cena, man. But I hear everyone saying it. Anywho, no, I encourage it. If you are of age, do your thing. Have a drink. I've had some.
Oh no, I'm gonna have some drinks tonight, so I thought I'd start a little early, you know.
I was waiting
into the mood.
I'm waiting for someone to do 420. To be honest, I was surprised no one has had an edible or smoked some weed prior to the show. That's undefeated so far. It's been over 100+ shows. No one's done it.
Everyone's behaving.
I mean, they think that it's not going to impress me or unimpress me. It's just do your thing. I don't care.
I'm telling you, from that sentence there, you're going to be impressed if someone comes on, cracks a bong, whatever it is.
If they can have a conversation while high, 100%.
You're going to be very impressed. Yeah.
If they can have a conversation with me while blasted out of their ass about their life, I will pay for how much they bought that whatever, that marijuana, all right? Because I just gotta say that honestly, that is going to be my Christmas gift for 2022. All right, next year. If there is a guest that wants to do that, go ahead and we'll see. I'll front the bill. Just send me the receipt, the invoice. But All right, Beefy, we are going into the second half of your life story now. We're going to talk a little bit about your work history, okay? I do this segment similar to a resume. So I'm going to ask you, if you were on the job hunt today, what 3 jobs would you put on your work history or work experience segment of your resume? And let's do it chronologically in order, all right?
All right.
If you have 3 to choose from. You don't have to.
I do have. I have 3.
Okay.
Exactly.
Let's start off.
That I'd count as jobs. So the first one was like a junior job, I guess, through like
Okay.
high school. I used to referee football, soccer games. A few days a week. When I could. Most of it was on Saturday, but there'd be a few like Wednesday games and Tuesday games. So I used to do that, and that was a bit of pocket money while I was younger.
And let's break them down too. You know, I'm not just gonna glaze over. Let's talk about this. You're a referee. What did you learn from that job?
Girls can be very feisty. That's what I learned.
Okay, you guys see that? You see how he was thinking about saying girls can be very feisty, but his eyes started. He started looking around.
I remember one specific. I'm repping a ladies game.
Please go ahead.
I gave a penalty, and I don't think I'll ever have more women around me at one moment in time, because I was like 16 at the time. I think I gave a pen, and all these girls come up to me. That's not a fucking penalty. Like, and I was like, oh my. And when you're a ref, you have to stick with your decision.
Yep.
You can't make a call and then do that. But like. And as a ref, like, you make controversial decisions, right? Like, it's 50-50s, and you got to toss up whether you call it or not. You make a decision, and one team's going to be happy with it, one team's not. So this one team just wasn't happy with it, and they just went off at me, and I was just like, oh, I was very freaked out, dude. I nearly like teared up, but I had to stay strong from the ref. I'm like, ugh.
You can't. There's no crying in being a referee, Beefy. There's no crying in being a referee.
You got to stay strong, dude.
Exactly.
I kept that a secret. I don't tell anyone that. I don't tell I was nearly on tears. I was that like freaked out though. I was like, oh my goodness, like.
I resonate with this because I was also a referee too. So my question is this: what was your style of referee? Were you the person that walked on the field and you needed to put your dick on the ground, so you'd call like a harsh penalty early, or were you someone who just kind of chill, you let shit go? Like, what kind of referee were you?
I let things go. I try to keep the game flow good. You call what you have to, but you let it go. You know, even if it's like a 50-50 bit of argy-bargy, let it roll. You know, like,
let him play.
Just let him throw hands, and you know, if you need to give out cards and whatnot, you do. But you keep control of the game as much as you can. And football's very tame in terms of that. Like, it's soccer. It's not like, you know, no one's punching on or anything. They're all pussies. So everyone's very, very relaxed and whatnot.
And how long did you have this job for as a referee?
I did it for a couple of years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think I started when I was 15, and then into when I was 16. And yeah.
Okay. So we're going from that job to the next then. How did you kind of part ways with the refereeing gig?
I wanted more free time, I think. So it was just, I wanted to, you know, I was playing soccer as well as reffing. So I'd be playing reffing. That was my like whole Saturday. And yeah, I wanted a bit more free time. So I kind of just stopped doing it. I just wanted to play rather than ref. I enjoyed the reffing time, but I'd much rather just play the sport than ref the sport. It kind of was like getting a bit, I was just kind of like, sitting here, another ref, like, and as a kid, I wanted to do things. So yeah.
Fair play.
So kind of stopped that. Yeah.
I like that. So you finish up your reffing gig. What's the second job? And how old were you and what were you doing?
Second job, I was 18, and I just finished school.
Okay.
So I wanted a job over summer, kind of thing. So that's what I was looking for. Got a job as a dish pig. I don't know if you guys call them that.
What is a dish
pig? A washer of the dishes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I've never heard of dish pig before, but all right.
Dish pig.
All right.
That's what we call them. I don't know. You know.
Hey man, whatever you want to call
dishy.
Not also. We just say you wash dishes. You're a dishwasher, but
you wash dishes.
Yeah,
we call them dishes.
Bus boy maybe, but
yeah. So I did that in a restaurant over the summer. That job proceeded to last. I was doing that at uni as well while I was at uni. So yeah,
It's a pretty hands-on job. You're on your feet. You know, you could listen to music, but you're constantly moving. You're washing dishes. You're getting
Yeah.
steam, water all over the place. And you said you did that for a while. What did you
Very
learn
messy.
about yourself during that time?
I learned how to wash dishes.
Hell yeah.
No, but no. So it's hospitality. It's very go-go. It was night shifts. I don't really like working nights, but you know, you got to do what you got to do to pay the bills.
Amen.
And what did I learn about myself? I learned that chefs can be very rude sometimes when things are stressful.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there a story behind that?
just strong language. You're not
Oh.
doing your job quick enough, but like get the fuck on with it kind of thing. Like, and you know, they're the superior ones. You just like head down and get it done. I don't know. I don't really know. There's something I learned about myself. I just turned up. That my boss in that was very naughty. She paid me cash, and so tax-free money.
This is not where I thought the story was going. You can't throw out the word "my boss was very naughty." She and then just told me, yeah, she paid. I did not think that this was where the story was going. I'll be very.
Oh, you thought it was going somewhere else.
Yeah, I thought you were looking at internet histories. I thought you were you knew.
No.
So she paid you off the books.
Off the books, yeah.
Damn.
So as a student, as an 18-year-old student, I was like,
oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But yeah,
that's nice.
It's like, oh, if someone finds it, you know, if a government finds that out, you could be in trouble. But,
and so, yeah, fair. But well, and thank goodness we're not recording this, right? We're not recording this for the world. So maybe see.
Oh
we'll
no,
see.
no, it's like,
that's the past. Yeah, that
boss at that job, nah, like we don't get along that well. It's fine. They can.
Was there beef? What?
Nah, just treated me poorly, I guess. It wasn't beef. Like it was fine. Just, yeah.
Not the best work environment. Yeah.
Nah, it wasn't. But you know, I was just doing it to earn some money while I was at uni and yeah.
I mean, I think those are like really I'm all for working customer service at least once or hospitality. And because it's humbling, you learn a lot. You learn about pecking orders, you learn about doing your job, you learn about putting your head down and not expecting the skyscraper office. You know, a lot of people want to go from 0 to 60 right after graduation or right as they're 18 or 16 when they're legal to work here in the States. But there's an order to it. You have to put in the time and you have to put in the work. And I think I'm going to sound like a boomer saying this, but I think the generation is not understanding that because of the convenience of working smarter, not harder, which is, hey, they hacked the game a little bit. But still, let's talk about the third job. All right. How old were you? What were you doing?
So third job was when I left. I did uni for a couple of years when I was 18, 19. Then I took a year off. I like deferred my course for a year.
Okay.
And I found a job in that year at a cafe. So I started as a dishy per term. More of a kitchen hand. It was a bit more hands-on with other, you know, food items and whatnot, and helping out just in general around the cafe. So I started doing that when I was 20. Yeah, 20. So I did I was 20 years old. And so I started doing that, and then I've done that until now. I'm still in that job.
Nice. So wait, give us some of the responsibilities. What are you doing? You said KitchenAid, correct?
So yeah, it started as a kitchen hand.
Kitchen hand.
And now it's proceeded into a chef role. So I did the first year. I was just kind of like helping out, just a kitchen hand. Rah, rah. Second year, I got signed on as an apprentice chef. Wow. And so I did that for 2 years, and now I'm like one of the chefs at work.
Wow!
And so that's what I currently do. I just handle. I'm not a head chef, but I'd say I'm
like sous chef,
impromptu. I'm basically the second in command. I'd say. Didn't
you just say that they got some naughty language? Didn't you just say that they had a pocket behind the kitchen in your last job? Now you're part of the crew. Yeah. So tell me this.
I was gonna say the cafe I work at is very, very. The work environment is insanely good. The people that run it and the people that work there, they're nice. Like it's amazing. Like I don't think I'll ever work in a better work environment in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. Like, I think it's just insanely nice and it's crazy.
For lack of a better term, let's go with sous chef. All right, let's go. I'll use that term when I ask this next question. What's something behind the scenes? Say someone wants to pursue culinary vocation. What's something behind the scenes that you've learned? Because I feel like a lot of you'll see your kitchen nightmares and your Chef Ramsay's. Those are what's popping up on YouTube nowadays. It's very and sometimes is that an accurate portrayal of what behind the kitchen looks like, or do you have a different experience?
It can be. It can be stressful when it's busy, especially. You're trying to pump out food and make people not wait too long. As I said, I work in a cafe, so it's a bit more relaxed than like a restaurant, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it's daytime hours. We do takeaway as well. Like, so yeah, it can be a bit more relaxed. It's not like people everyone watches the Gordon Ramsay, and it can be like that. Like I've seen it in my dishy job, the second one. I've seen that side. I've seen like the anger and the thing, but the way our work environment is currently, and the people that work there, we're all very me and the head chef get along really well. Like we're really good friends. And we treat everyone nice, and there's no swearing. We get annoyed, don't get me wrong. And if someone's doing something wrong, we'll come up to them sternly and be like, hey, do it this way. But there's no taking their head off. There's no like, you're doing a shit job, right? It's not like that. Like it's very relaxed and very good. And we get really busy over summertime and whatnot, but it's still like you treat everyone with respect and you just get the job done. And it's very it's a very good environment.
It's efficient.
And,
what's your go-to to cook? All right, both on when you're at work and out of work. What is some of the stuff that you chop it up?
I hate this question.
Why?
And because people in stream hear I'm a chef and they go, "What's your go-to meal?"
Yeah.
And I don't really have one.
Oh my god.
At work.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, like for example, something I like cooking at work would be probably just eggs Benny.
Ooh.
Classic.
You even make the hollandaise yourself?
No, we don't. We cheat, so we get it ordered in.
Okay.
I can make it by myself. I know how to. It's just so much easier if you use prepack. We just heat it up and go crazy. We streamline it,
Yeah.
Because you make hollandaise and then you get the stuff in the bottle. It tastes like exactly the same.
Oh my gosh!
If you get a good one, if you get a good bottled one, which we do,
okay,
it's a bit more expensive than the cheap stuff, but it tastes very similar. But yeah, probably eggs Benny at work.
And at home,
outside of work,
you just don't fucking cook. Why are you saying you hate that? What do you cook on the?
Because I cook everything. Like I go for I'll cook a curry, I'll cook spaghetti bolognese, pizza, chicken sambos.
Why is this shit not your content a little bit, man?
It is.
What?
It is.
I didn't.
Sometimes, not too much.
I see you make one pizza and pretend to masturbate with the dough. That does not mean it is your content, sir.
I live with housemates, so I'm in a share house, so they use the kitchen as well. So if I am doing a cooking stream per se, I basically hog the kitchen. I basically like they don't come in and because they don't want to be on camera and stuff.
Okay.
So it's more of a, like if it was a house by myself, I'd go crazy.
Yeah,
right? I'd probably do like weekly, occasional cooking. And I've said that. I said if I ever live in like a house by myself, I do like my meal prep on stream and and do all that. Like
when you move in a couple months, are you going to be by yourself or is it also shared?
No, it will be. It will probably be shared.
Shared, right.
Purely because, I think still like sharing is good. I don't like living by a house. I think if you just live with people like-minded like you, it can be very, very much. It can be very good and what you want it to be. I think.
Yeah,
and especially with someone you're comfortable with as well. Because it can be like most these. One of the people I live with is my best friend, and then it's like his girlfriend and another bloke. Well, I get along with, but I'm not like super good friends with him. But
that's also a misconception. I think a lot of people are like, I want to live with my best friends. But sometimes the best people to live with aren't your best friends. Or people like acquaintances or maybe just general friends in the first tier. It doesn't got to be the besties all the time. Because sometimes when you have too much of them, it could spoil the bunch. You start having beefs. So no pun intended, but it's just like, I think that's cool that you're able to find like-minded individuals and just hang out, vibe out. I mean, clearly so you say you make all the meals in the house?
No.
Okay,
I cook for myself.
You cook for yourself. Oh
Fuck
my
no.
gosh.
Fuck no.
Why are you against that so much? I'm sorry, did I strike a chord? Why are you against making the meals for the house?
No, when I was 18, 19, my share house for uni was we did the thing where like we would take turns cooking meals for the house, and it was a terrible experience for me. The people I was living with at that time was just bad, so I'm sworn off it.
Why was it just ass meals? What was it?
Oh, I just like I don't know. Like I'd cook something and do that, but they were just like the people I live with are very like high maintenance, I guess.
Oh,
so they were like, I'm pretty laid back when it comes to like things.
Yeah.
So I was like, dinner's got to be ready at this time, and I've got to go do this thing at this time, and it was just it was more just the people I was living with, not the meal side. But I just kind of sworn off it because I had issues, and and if I cook for myself, I cook one meal and it lasts me days. So
all I'm saying is, if I fly my ass over to PAX down Melbourne, all right, I better get a meal. We'll take you to whatever loft I'm in. All right, I'll provide all the ingredients. You just bring it. You make you deal.
I'll make you a shake your hand right now and say I'll cook you a meal if we ever meet.
Don't say if. All right, I'm on my first tour in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm flying over to Colorado. So, and this is for Twitch related stuff. So I'm already I'm building up the confidence to fly overseas to you guys, because that's a trek. All right, I got to figure out where to live for 2 weeks.
It's a long way.
It is a long way. It's not my first rodeo. I've been to Sydney before. So I've been there once. I got family over there. Beautiful place. Came around in December, but this and that. All right, Beefy, we're going to lean into the last part of your life story. Again, !Q. If you have any questions, we have the community question segment after that. But here's the thing, Beefy. This is the segment where most people are going to start turning up the volume on their computers. They're going to get ready to clip shit. It's because we're going to be spilling some tea right now. We're going to be talking about romantic relationships, your romantic history, all right? As I say that, I've got myself a bottle too, all right? So you're not alone in drinking. There'll be two of us here tonight, because I know you got some stories, Beefy. If there's any,
I've got some stories.
If you've got that book that you carry around about your penis, like I could only assume what you're pulling. All right, I can only assume. So
nothing. Mate, I stream 6 days a week, mate. I stream 6 days a week. No one's come to my house.
Okay, all right. You didn't got to be dishonest, my man. All right, I was trying to build you up into something. All right, you can't be telling me you are. It seems like a catch. You got your head on straight. You can cook. A nice guy. This guy has a little bit of fun. But let's talk about this. All right. I do this segment similar to the work history. So I'm going to ask you to give it to us in chronological order, and I'm only going to ask about 3 of your former relationships. I want you to choose 3 former relationships, ones that were the most impactful in your life. Maybe you learned something about yourself or relationships or love in general, and let's talk about that right here, right now, all right? The first one, how old were you, and how did you guys meet?
So I've only had 3.
All right.
So again, exactly 3.
Okay.
First one, high school relationship. Met when we were 15. I met her, like, she was new that year. She had like joined our year and integrated and whatnot. And we just started we caught the same bus. So we lived in the same area.
Yeah.
So we used to we became friends, and then kind of just sat next to each other on the bus, and we always always flirted and whatnot, I guess. And I was quiet, so I was a bit awkward, and it was an awkward high school relationship. And then we just kind of kept seeing each other, and then eventuated into dating. And
What was Beefy's game back in the day? You said that you flirted on the bus. I'm a former bus rider myself. What was the line? What was the opening line to open the floodgates into her attention span there?
I can't remember specifics, but I think I would have just been nice on myself. I think most of the time it would have just been me sitting here like this, hi, how are you?
Motherfuckers, ring just. Oh, you sitting up with your back straight? If I sat next to someone with their back straight, I'm thinking this person got a gun. Like this person's a crazed,
I'm
crazed.
just trying to imagine my 15-year-old self being awkward and sitting back straight is awkward.
Yeah.
It's awkward.
Do you even remember the first words then? The first conversation? How did this start? Did you ask where she was going? I think that's still weird, but like, what happened?
Well, no, it was like she was in my year.
Okay.
Had like little conversations here and there. I knew she caught the same bus as me, and then just started getting closer, and then ended up like sitting next to her. And I don't remember specifics, but I just genuinely thought I would have been genuine and nice. So I can't remember any like major, major
moment.
Oh baby, how you doing, baby girl? Like, yeah,
okay, relax. If you're calling her, it's 2021. You're still calling her baby girl at 15? That's strange. All right, you're the same age. All right.
I did not say that. That's what I'm saying. I didn't do that.
Your fucking balls haven't dropped, and you're calling her baby girl. All right. How you doing, baby girl? That's just Fortnite right there. That's season 2 Fortnite. Let me ask though. So when did you recognize that this was more than just a friendship? That this was more than just someone you met on the bus? That she was actually interested in you? Do you remember that moment?
I think I don't know. It was like it just kind of like happened. I don't know.
Okay.
It was weird.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Like it's a long time ago, and I can't remember too much.
Sure.
But it was like, yeah, just kind of like, I don't know, just started going over her house, and then ended up, kissing and all that jazz, and yeah, and then we were just like talk of school because we were dating. Ooh, and it was a smaller school, so we were like, everyone was, oh, they're dating now, they're seeing each other.
You're
like,
right. It's a small town. Everyone knows. So, how long did this relationship last in high school?
I lasted 3 years.
Wow, dang, 3 years, and at so young. What did you? I guess. I mean, again, that's you've experienced all the seasons 3 times. What did you learn about yourself during this moment in your life with her?
I guess I learned how to love someone. I guess I felt like I fully fell in love with her. I was madly in love. She was awesome, and I only had eyes for her, and yeah, no, it was really good. I don't know. We moved out together and everything. Like, so like we finished school, and then like we were going to the same uni as well. So we went, did our final years at school together, and then went to uni together in a way. Like we were doing different degrees and whatnot, but
yeah.
Yeah.
What did you love about her?
She was chill. She was like me. I don't know. It was I lost my virginity to her. So that's something.
I did not. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm looking for when I asked that question. I'm sorry. Let me go through my notes. Let me go through my notes real quick. When did I ask that question? I don't remember that.
Any Oscars? No, you're saying why did you like? I don't know. When you have sex with someone, you like develop feelings. I guess. Well, I do. I don't know.
I'm not heartless.
I'm not big on like the one night. I'm not big on like the one night stands kind of thing. I'm just like, I'm very much a relationship person. So like, yeah, like it was I just, she was very, very much like me. We were into the same music.
Yeah.
She was easy to talk to. I could tell her anything. Watch movies, just hang out, and it was really nice. She was, we're into the same things. So
let me ask this. All right, okay. Moving from there, 3 years together. Where did things kind of fall apart? Where did you notice that it started going downhill?
I didn't. I was head over heels for her. Is this the part where I talk about how it ended, or?
Well, that's where I'm heading to. That's where the tour guide's going towards.
So, basically, I was, I was madly in love. I thought, things were great. Basically, what was it? It was one day, or one night, we all went out with a bunch of friends. I'd gotten close with this guy for a year or so. We'd become really good friends. We were like drinking every weekend, and then she'd like tag along sometimes and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then yeah, there was one night that I got like super drunk, and not like passing out on his couch because he had a whole house. He was a bit older. He was like 20, 25 or so, I think, when I was 18, 9,
Wow.
18.
Okay.
18. So yeah, a bit of an older friend kind of thing. It was we just got along. It was nice. But yeah, and then I kind of passed out on the couch, and then that night they had gotten closer as well. That night they went downstairs and had sex together. Without me knowing. I had no idea. I found out about a month later about it. And basically it was just kind of like that over that month between like me finding out and that event happening, she kind of like was hinting at things and like, oh, you know, like it was being weird and rah. And I knew something was up and I was trying to like get it out of her. And she was like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I was like, fair, that's all right. Like, I respect that. Like, you know, I'm not going to force it out of you because I had no idea what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, it just kind of like ended up one day. She just ended up telling me, and yeah, I was heartbroken and whatnot. And then, you know, she showed me conversations with the guy, and she's just like, you know, talking about how she doesn't love me anymore and wants to be with him, and that just fucking tore me apart. And yeah, it was tough. It was tough. But yeah.
How did you process that information after it was all given to you? That this guy that you consider was your friend betrayed you, that this woman that you loved for 3 years fell out of love and also betrayed you, and what was once a fun social group now became somewhat of an outcast. You know, you can't be around them without thinking about everything that's occurred. How did you heal? And how long did it take, and what did you do to get better?
It took a while. I was very distraught for a good few months. That's kind of that. It was very much like that happened late end of like late 2016, I think, and it took me basically all like summer and autumn or fall, whatever you call it, to kind of like get over it. I guess we were going back and forth and stuff, and you know, she moved out and all that, and then it was just like, yeah, it was tough. That was a really tough one.
Yeah.
I was just, you know, trying to spend time with friends, and I had to like kind of, like you said, outcast myself from that friend group, because it's kind of a new friend group I found, and then I just lost it all, kind of thing, because I felt I didn't want to be part of it, and I was just kind of felt betrayed and whatnot. And yeah, so I just kind of hung out with the friends that were around me, and you know, going out drinking, you know, meeting up with other girls and whatnot. And yeah, just trying to keep myself busy, was focusing on my studies. You know, started watching Twitch after a little bit. And you know, playing games and just trying to keep myself busy. It was but it was tough.
Because you don't want those bad ideas and bad thoughts and sad thoughts to catch up to you. You know, you got to keep moving forward, because the second they do, they'll hold you back, and for a while.
Yeah.
So you took this time, you've removed yourself there. I have to ask, for closure's sake, do you keep in contact with any of them, with that guy or girl?
No, I don't.
Good for you.
Right now, I like at this current point in time, I don't have any hard feelings. They're still together to this day.
Wow.
They have a kid together now.
Wow.
So I think that's really cool. I'm like that's awesome. But yeah, like I don't want to surround myself with them in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
I hope they're doing well. I want the best for them, but you know, what's happened in the past is just
Can I ask?
just keep away from it.
Can I ask one bonus question? I've never met someone like that before. And maybe I'm going through my own demons, but how do you do that? How do you no, honestly, like, and I don't mean to make it a joke or, you know, put it in so layman's terms, but to just forgive and forget, or just like, hey, I'm happy for you that you've done this thing, and like it was created in an ugly situation. No offense. I'm not saying that they're kids in an ugly situation. I'm talking about their relationship to begin with. Started off a little rocky. But how do you approach that situation now with maturity and grace, saying, you know what, I'm happy for you. There's no more malice.
I'm someone that doesn't hold grudges, I guess. Like I don't forget. Like I forgive, but I don't forget. Like you know what I mean. And I'm a big believer in everyone makes mistakes and that kind of thing.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I don't hate people either. Like it's very hard for me to hate someone. I don't think I can name one person in my life that I hate. I dislike people,
Yeah.
but I don't think I ever hate someone. So for a period of time, it might have been hate, but like at the same time, everyone's a human being. Everyone makes mistakes. But if you like, if they're right for each other, then obviously they've done the right thing. Obviously in the wrong ways, but like they're still together today, and they got a kid, and they'll probably have another one. I don't know what they're up to, but
fair play. Let's move on to the second one. How old were you guys, and how'd you meet?
Second one would have been when I was 20, I think. Yeah, it would have been 20. 1920, like just turning 20, I think. How did I meet? I met through a mutual friend. I was hanging out with this girl. We were like really good friends. And she introduced me to one of her friends. And then I started like talking to her, and we just got close through. I was living a bit further away from her. She was like an hour away. So we'd like, we chat online and stuff, and then like meet up on the weekends when I didn't have uni. And it started as friends as well. Like we were friendly, but I think one drunk night we like got together, and then we just kind of kept seeing each other after that, and then we
break this one down for me, all right, Beefy. Now we're approaching a different stage in life where it sounds like through a correct me if I'm wrong, all right? I'm going to use vernacular or language that I know. A hookup? You guys hooked up one fateful night, correct?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
And through that hookup, it blossomed into a relationship. How did that transpire? What was the bridging gap where you're just like, oh, I actually have feelings for this girl?
I think it was like probably a month after like that first hookup, I guess. Like we kept seeing each other, but it wasn't like, it was kind of, so like I went into that, like I was talking to her, and just like I was just like, hey, we can hang out, and like I wasn't looking for a relationship at the time. Like I wasn't like, hey, be my girlfriend. Like I want to, I saw this girl as it was more like I was just kind of chatting, looking for a hookup in loose terms. Yeah. And I told her that and whatnot, and then it ended up happening, and then we kept seeing each other, and then it just kind of eventuated into like this girl's actually really like, she's really cool, and she's someone I actually want to spend my time with, and she was just a really quality human being. So yeah.
How do you tell someone you're only looking for? Wait, you've got me perplexed. How do you tell someone that you're only looking for a hookup? Yeah, keep drinking. The answer's at the bottom of the glass there. I hear. What?
I don't know. I'm pretty straight up. Like, hey, this is what in person, I think I said it.
Listen, I'm looking to smash. Where this is just don't. Because here's the thing. The reason I ask is this.
That's the thing. It didn't.
Exactly. It didn't end up that way. So you're over here prefacing, hey, listen, I'm here to hit and quit it. Call me, I know I'm a chef, but I'm fast food.
No, okay. So we hooked up, then we kept hooking up, and then we kept hanging out, and we went, hey, you know what? We're actually good for each other. Boom.
You got a hook, lock, and singer there. I love that. So
it is what it is.
It is what it is. That's the most defeating statement I've ever heard. Listen, guys, it is what it is. What do you want from me? It was great stuff. We later found out a month later that we were compatible, but the hooking up was still good.
No, we got along. It wasn't me hanging out with her just for the sex or whatever it was, just for the hookup. We like had a good time together. Like it wasn't bad at all. Like we went out for dinner and stuff, but it was just like, I guess we went on dates and stuff, but it wasn't. Okay. I just went in with the mindset of like, it's just a hookup type thing.
Yeah, chivalry's not dead, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's just a hookup. Jeez, Louise. So I mean,
I said in loose terms. I wasn't saying. I didn't say straight up.
I gotcha. Loose terms, ladies and gentlemen. He's got his loose terms.
In my head, that was my mindset. All right, in my head, and then I somehow explained that into words.
Yeah. So, similar to the last time, I'm going to ask you, how long did this relationship last for?
That one was like a year and a half, I think.
Wow, you are long term there.
Yeah, I think it was about year and a half.
That's good stuff.
But there's it. Sorry, you go.
No, no. Go. What?
No, it was a year and a half. That's how long it lasted.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I was going to ask you, in that year and a half, again, it being a lot of time, where did the cracks start forming in the relationship? Where did things not seem right?
This is where the tables turn. So when I do not like. I'm very open here, and this is something I don't talk about very often. But I feel comfortable, and I don't mind people knowing this because it's me at the end of the day, and I'm an open book. We used to party all the time. At my house, I was living with my best friend. It was me and him. Had all our mates over, go crazy, go party. And I think it was about a year into the relationship. I proceeded to kiss a girl at that party that wasn't my girlfriend. And she was actually started talking to one of my other friends. So I hooked up with her, felt her up a little bit, and did that. So yeah, that doesn't sit well with me. But yeah, and I hid it from her for a good while. She probably found out about a month, 2 months later. And she was very annoyed that I had hidden it. I was very upset about it because I was because I did I wasn't proud of it. It happened, and I was very drunk, but I don't see drunk as an excuse.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just was like, I want to stay with this girl. I think she's awesome. And yeah, it was just a real touch. She found out. She was very upset. Like I said, this was a year into the relationship. I said a year and a half. So she found out. She was upset for a while, but then she came back to me and said, I wanna work this through.
Wow.
She said, I wanna stay with you. I wanna try and keep at it. So we stayed together, and things got good again. Like it wasn't bad at all. But we were just into each other a lot, I guess. And so we stayed together. And yeah, I'm impressed she did, because I would just would have packed up and left like I did, the other time.
How long did this last for after? So is this encompassing the year and a half of this relationship? The coming back together?
Yeah, no. So the total relationship was like about a year and a half.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
She found out about
Gotcha.
a year into that incident happened about a year into the
There it
relationship,
is.
and then we
Okay.
stayed together for another 6 months.
Gotcha. So
Yep.
Before we get into the last 6 months, I want to talk about the first year, especially leading up to that moment at that party. I'm gonna embody her character for a moment here. All right. I'm gonna speak on her behalf a little bit. It's dangerous territory, so again, feel free to stop me. But
There you are.
as someone who's directly, I would say, I understood the world of cheating as best as anyone else. You've lived it. Your last relationship. For lack of a better term, Beefy, how could you do that to her? You know what it took to get over it.
I still ask myself the same thing.
Yeah.
For lack of better judgment, I look back and I go, like, I thought the girl was awesome. I wanted to be with her, but I just wasn't. I don't think I was ready for a relationship when I got with her in the first place. So as much as it was good and it was great, I don't know. I just I still question.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. That relationship is kind of the one that got away, I think.
Wow.
I don't know. Like she was really good, and she never did anything wrong to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, it's tough. I still to this day ask myself the same thing.
Yeah.
But I've got to, I got to roll with what I've done, and
Amen.
I
don't
tough,
mean
though. It's tough because I've been on both sides of the fences, right?
exactly.
I've done the cheating, and I've copped the, someone's cheated on me and I've cheated on someone. Like, I've been on both sides, and it doesn't feel any better.
It's
Like being the one that does it, and at least for me, in my experience,
yeah.
it doesn't. And yeah, I'm just yeah.
See
I don't
that
know. I
that's
still don't have a good answer. I don't go, why, I'm still like, why would I do that kind of thing?
and you don't have to. Not all these
Mm.
questions require you to answer, but it's just like I felt compelled to ask.
Mm.
It's one of those things where I don't mean to sound corny, but we get to be the change in the world. Every decision we make in our lives. And again, what resonates from your first story is understanding that you've gone through the ringer. You've seen with this woman that cheated on you with one of your friends, and now they're starting a life together. And then you've seen, especially you've lived. You haven't just seen. You've experienced firsthand all the hurt and anguish that comes with infidelity. And a year into your relationship with this new girl is where it gets a little iffy, where it's like, what, and we can claim it on anything else there, but it is tough. That's a tough question there. So let's talk about the last 6 months of that relationship. You said that it was water under the bridge. She wanted to make it work, which is beautiful. Then after that attitude, how it lasted another 6 months. Where did it break apart from there?
Yeah, so last 6 months, I think I put a lot more effort in to try and make sure things were good, and more than I had in the first year.
Yeah.
Because I was conscious about what had happened. But yeah, no, it was good. It was all right. She would get upset and but I just try and be there, and I was very apologetic about what had happened.
Yeah.
I wasn't proud of it, and yeah, I was just doing what I could to repair the damage, kind of thing. And then yeah, just kind of she just kind of came up to me one day and was like, "Hey," like it literally was just on a day she broke down in front of me and goes, "I can't do this anymore. I
Whoa.
can't I can't forget what that was." And
Oh
I
my
was just
gosh.
like I was upset about that. Like I'm like, no, like it'll be all right. I tried to say it'll be okay, but it wasn't, and I just had to understand and go, yeah, okay, like she can't be with me, and I had to be okay with that.
Yeah.
And as much like it's hard because when it's your fault, you just gotta be like, yep, cop it on the chin, like. But you're like, you're still in love. You're still like, that's the thing that confuses me. I was still madly in love with this girl,
Yeah.
and that breakup was the hardest one. I think I don't know why, but like it wasn't. It's just the fact that we had gone through that and then stayed together for another 6 months, and it'd been pretty smooth, for the most part. And then for her to just turn out of nowhere and kind of like, yeah, it was kind of at the point where I was really, really like seeing my life with this girl kind of thing. Like got to
Wow.
that point, and then it just kind of like fell off.
Wow.
Like I was like, oh, we got through this, we can get through anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then yeah, it just kind of all disappeared at once, and then yeah.
Can I?
Mm,
I don't mean
there you
to. I don't mean to be a note on that. I'm gonna throw out a guess. All right,
Mm.
because I'm gonna. I think this story resonates with me a lot, but I'm gonna throw out a guess as to why this one hurts a lot more than any of the other ones. I haven't even heard the third one, but I'm gonna put out a guess. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's because there's no one or nothing / no one else to blame. You could pinpoint exactly where it fell apart, and that hurts. And
Yeah,
that's you can't change the past. And
No.
like I love the headspace you're in where it's like, I'm gonna try to move forward, I'm gonna try to make it work, and I'm gonna show you all the love and affirmation you need to make sure that past is removed. But at the end of the day, it wasn't enough, and it has nothing to do with you not trying enough. It has everything to do with the initial action. Am I correct in that ballpark?
Yeah. So I can sit here and go, hey, if I don't do that, we're probably still together. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty safe to assume that. Like,
Wow.
I don't know.
You keep in contact with
we were
her?
pretty. Yeah. I'll add another part to it.
Please. Sorry.
Probably like it was another. This is probably why it hurt more, with the breakup. But probably like 2 weeks after I we had like ended things, after she broke down in front of me and goes, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
She proceeded to get with another friend that I'd gotten close to.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
and that was very tough because they were seeing it. She went from me to him kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they must have been talking like prior because I can't imagine it was just like out of nowhere.
Mm.
And that kind of stung for me. But as much as that was my fault, it's like not. It was just hard because I was always like conscious about that. I was like, they're seeing each other,
Yeah.
and then it was awkward. I stopped seeing, I stopped being friends with the guy, kind of thing, more or less. And it was just real. It was real tough on me because I drive past this guy's place I would drive past this guy's place on the way to work.
Yeah.
So every day I'm going to work, I'd see her car there.
Oh my gosh.
That is that took me
mental
months.
fuck.
That was months of that. I'm going to work 5 days a week, and pretty much she's there most days. That was tough.
Yeah.
And that's probably why it took so long, because I was just every time I'd go past the house, I'm looking I'm looking out the front.
You're killing yourself.
Why
didn't you make a new route, dude? You're killing yourself.
No other way to work. It's literally on the way.
Oh my god.
One road in.
There's a one way. That's a nightmare, dude. That is a nightmare.
Yep. Country driving for you.
Yeah. Plus small town, so like no wonder another one of your quote unquote friends gets with one of your exes. Holy cow. I can't imagine.
So that was the whole thing. But no. That's just something.
I appreciate you sharing that, dude. And I, to be honest with you, I understand there's a whole thing about cheese, whatever, this and that, but I think this is a lesson that you need, like at the time you needed to have. And again, it adds to your story and your growth. Let's go on to the third one. All right. How old were you guys and how'd you meet?
So I was 22.
Okay.
22. I'm 23 now. So this is last year. And I went to school with this girl, but she was a few years below me. Because she was 18 when I met her, and I was 22, so that's 4 years. So if I'm in year 12, she's in year 8. So we went to the same school. I knew that. But yeah, that's all I knew her from. I followed her on Instagram.
Classic.
And then one day I had replied to her story. I think she had posted a cute photo, and I replied to it, and then we just started chatting, and then we ended up going on a date, and that's how it started.
You see a cute photo on the story, and you're in right there. It is. Oh my gosh, that's magical. I love that. What was the line? You gotta have the line on this one, Beefy. All right. What was the line when you saw the cute photo? And what was the cute photo? What possible photo won you over?
It was like she was kind of like dressed up for some formal occasion, I think. And I just replied with "I love your smile." And
Get this.
Someone
I love your smile. This man's what a line. Boy. I'm gonna do that right now. I have my cell phone right here. I will DM some lady, I love your smile, and let's see how that works out. That's beautiful.
You think about it. How many girls here? Oh, you're pretty, you're gorgeous, rah rah. Like, something that doesn't hear often. It's like.
I'm unbuttoning my shirt just right now, and the compliment's not even for me. This is ridiculous. I love that. So, you hit her up with the "love your smile," and what was the rebuttal?
I think it was just like thanks, and like, and then she like came back with a question. I think she was just like, and I, it was like, thanks, how are you, or something, and then it was just we just took the compliment, and then we just started chatting, kind of thing. We were talking about our days and what she was up to, why she was dressed up, and whatnot, and what the occasion was, and then we I think we talked for a week, and then we planned to meet up, and then
that's a beautiful. I like the start. And how long did this relationship last for?
This was just under a year, I think. Yeah, it would have been just under a year.
Under a year, okay. And what did you learn from this one? This one being your most recent relationship.
A lot of things.
Shoot.
I think all my relationships have been great. I've had no bad relationship. And they're all different, but similar in a way, because they've all, I've all seen them. I don't date anyone, kind of thing. I've had that rule. As much as one turned from a hookup into something. They've all gone from it's never me. It's I don't go, hey, like we don't become a relationship unless I see myself with that person, kind of thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was I learned how to love someone again in a way. Because I was very that last break, the second one really shook me up. I don't know. It took me because when did because that year and a half, yeah, it was like so it was about a year and a half since that last one. It kind of just shook me up, and yeah, it was I don't know. I was very cautious to get into another thing because I was just worried, I was worried for myself and that, my past experiences, the high school relationship, I was, just both. I was just like, what if another one of my friends comes along? That was always in the back of my head. I was always and that was a problem with it as well.
So
I was too worried about like other friends getting involved, getting close to my girlfriend at the time because of my past experiences. Because I had someone cheat on me and then someone break up with me and end up,
how did you
with
overcome that?
another one of my friends. I'm still working on it, honestly. I'm still working on it. I get I'm not, because so I've got like some friends that I'm like I trust them with the world and I never, I would never expect anything, but I'm just cautious about it. It's always in the back of my head and I try not to. But it's hard sometimes due to past experiences. I'm just, I'm just open with my trust and yeah, I just try my best to not let it affect the relationship or like not stop her from being friends with one of my friends or, anything like that. But yeah. Yeah.
And you said again, this relationship lasted for quite a bit. Am I saying correctly? 8 months, a year?
Yeah, like 10, 11 months. About that,
Let's just round up to a year. All right, make it a year. 10,
Yeah.
11 months, fine. Oh, it's going to be hard to ask this one based off of the last two relationships, but also I'm going to ask you, where did this one fall apart?
This was, yeah. So I had started streaming for a month and then I kind of started seeing this girl. So the stream was, it wasn't like part of the relationship, but it was something I was doing while we were dating. And she was getting, I know she was not a video gamer at all. She wasn't, not a Twitch person, not anything, like no video games, nothing. Video games are bad. And such. Yeah, she still jumped on stream here and there and whatnot, and it was fine. She came in every now and then, and she had a problem with it, and she made it clear. She's like, you probably stream too much, and I was like, I try and balance it. I'm trying my best, and yeah, but obviously Twitch is a place, and there's a lot of people on the platform, and I made a lot of friends and met a lot of people, and I started talking. I won't name names,
please,
for the sake of privacy,
of course.
But I started talking to this one streamer, and we got along pretty well, and we would chat and whatnot, and then we shared explicit pics while I was in a relationship with this third relationship.
Yeah.
And it was another case of it's my fault again.
Yeah.
And then I did the same thing as last time. I didn't tell her.
Yeah.
And then she ended up finding out. I got to a point where I was kind of getting up the courage to tell her because it was sitting guilty on my mind. But I still had it hidden. She didn't find out from me.
Yeah.
But yeah. She found out and then she was very upset. And it was another case of it's my fault, and yeah.
You mentioned at the beginning of the show, Beefy, that you talked to your family. You talked to your mom specifically about all of this. She knows the full extent of the story, I assume, the truth of it all. How does she react?
Yeah, she thinks I'm very silly.
Yeah.
Because she thinks all the girls that I've dated are great, and she goes, she raves about them and whatnot, and then when I lose them or whatever, she goes, that was a good one, and I was like, yes, I know, like But yeah, no, she's, and as a Christian lady as well.
Yeah.
She, you know, my mum and dad are the only people that have seen each other.
Mhm.
They're like, you know, they're the only people that have slept with each other. They've been together since they were 18. Rah, rah.
Yeah.
So for them, it was, you know, it's hard for my parents because like they're, you know, they see it as, you know, they're very much like you should be with one person and you know, you should respect them and not do anything like that. But yeah, it was no, I'm still like, I'm not scared to talk to my mom about these things and
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Can I? I gotta keep it a buck with you. All right. I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
it a buck with you, Beefy. We've
Okay.
been here for a while, and so I'm not gonna act like. And you know how the show is. You know, it's a
Yeah, yeah.
conversation. It's an honest one at that.
Mm.
From an outside person looking in, I don't want to justify any of the actions. I can't. I really can't.
Neither
But
do I.
but what I will say is this: it sounds like from having a conversation with you for over 3 hours now, I see you as, and I said this while you were in your bathroom breaks. I was like, you know, Beef is a pretty emotional guy. You know, he's a pretty, I'm not even, I don't think soy at all. I know that's the meme. I know that's the joke, but you're a very emotional guy. Like you have, you wear your heart on your sleeve. Your heart's on your shoulder. I can see it right now. It's visceral.
Mm-hmm.
And all of this feels like it came from your first one. Your first love.
Probably.
That's what you said. And again, it's not to justify it at all, but
no,
you love this woman, this high school sweetheart. She was your world, and she betrayed you. And now she's having a family with that person that betrayed you. And I know you say you forgive her. I understand that fully, but it still hurts. It doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't make it any easier that you look over there and, you know, suddenly now you're not in the picture, and it became in such an ugly way. And then number two, you know, yeah, sure, you may have started the snowball effect of it going downhill, but then you drive by that house and you see her car there time and time again. And once again, you're revolving around the mentality of I'm number two. I'm the afterthought of it all. And then with this number three, again, not trying to justify anything of that sort, but it is it from what I've learned and what I've heard and what I've read, it's a cycle. It's a cycle thing. It's you're not. It's something to process, man. It's tough.
I always think about, like, to this day, I always think about what if that didn't happen? What if this didn't happen? And one that I always relate to is like, what if that first relationship, like that, you know, that cheating incident didn't happen?
Yeah.
Like how I would be today. And I think all of these events have made me who I am today. I think I've learned a lot, and you know, I don't sit here like, you know, I just have to own I own my mistakes, and I'm big on like everyone makes mistakes, right? That's how we learn as humans.
True.
Obviously my mistakes aren't like, they're very frowned upon. I'm not proud of it at all. You know, I don't hate myself for it, but I'm very upset at myself about it.
Yeah.
I know what I don't look at it as the right thing. I look at it as I've done the wrong thing. This is what I need to like in the future. This isn't what happens. No, I was just gonna say, like, especially with that third one, it's just it was like I'm like, the first one was the high school one, and the second one's the one that got away, and the third one was just the one that I wasn't like I shouldn't have got into it.
The healing
Looking
wasn't
back, I
done.
shouldn't have. Yeah, it wasn't, and I just shouldn't have got into it, and that was my problem.
Fair play. Let's talk about
me, but yeah.
Let's talk about the present then. All right, Beefy. Let's talk about the present. I saw a tweet. I didn't want to pull it up, but I saw, you know, you were like, freshly single, fit 2.0, Beefy, looking for e-girls. I want to ask, what is the type? Who is Beefy going for nowadays? All right, what is the one that let's just say that if you brought the lady over, you'd be putting that book on the coffee table just so she knows. All right. What's the type, both physically, mentally, all that, just socially?
Socially, I'd say I'm not like I'm big on personality. I think half the time you spend with someone, isn't you got to be attracted to them, right? But you're spending like quality time together.
Mm.
You're hanging out with that person, you're doing things together.
Yeah.
So I think that comes first and foremost. Obviously, you got to be attracted and but I'm not like, I don't have a specific type. I'd say I'm not like blonde hair, blue eyes,
Yeah.
big titties, whatever it is. I'm not like that. Like I think every girl's different, and I don't judge a girl based on. I like if I'm attracted to them, yes, like go crazy. But like I don't when meeting someone or talking to someone, it's not like that. It's based on like the kind of the as much as physical is a big part. It's firstly comes the like personality side and the like quality time and that. For sure.
Let's ask this then. Fine, fair play. Good political answer. I love it. I'm joking. I feel you 100%. But I will ask this then. Let's say there was a lovely lady that was watching this, whether it be live right now on Twitch or in the future on YouTube or listening on Spotify. How would they win over your heart? What is the way into BeefyPanda's heart?
Just be yourself. Be genuine. I don't know. Just listen. I don't know. Music's a big thing. Like if you're in the same music, that's a win. And just being interested in what I'm interested in. You don't have to like. You don't have to. So like, I like sports. I like video games. I like streaming, music. Right. You don't have to. You don't have to play video games or anything. But I want you to be interested in what I'm doing. And I like to do the same. I like to be interested in what they're doing.
I like that.
So yeah.
One last question, all right, Beefy. You're off the hook. All right. For the future significant other that's watching this or maybe gets to watch this, what is something that your future significant other should know about you when they date you?
I'm going to wear my heart on a sleeve. I'm going to be honest and upfront with you about everything that's happened to me. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm just going to be myself and be straight up. And none of the bad shit has happened, but it's not who I want to be in the future. Because I kind of hate myself for what's happened, but I take it in and I use it to make me stronger, and I take it forward.
I think the person that loves you is going to show you that grace too. And because I believe that 100%. You are someone who's keeping it 100. Let's break the camera for a moment. You, of 119 times, I've never heard someone openly admit to a fault in their relationship that they had done. Let me get that straight with you. Nobody does. Everyone will either sweep it under the rug or avoid it at all costs. So for you to live in that truth, man, I respect that deeply. And I know that people are like, wait, what? You're saying you respect the infidel? Nah, man. But the homie,
it's not that.
You're living a human experience. You have to learn. And you said, this person. Exactly. So I'm proud of you for talking about it. I'm proud of you for acknowledging it too, instead of, because there's a lot of people out there that will simply continue to fuck around, continue to cheat, sweep it under the rug, and act like nothing ever happened. And that's what will create more of that same evil in this world. So the fact that you're up front, and it's not a popular opinion, and you might get backlash from it, but for you to live in that, man.
I'm sitting here right now and I'm like, if people will turn around and don't like me anymore, I'm okay with that at the end of the day, because I was honest and I didn't hide it.
Beefy, you got a seat at the table here, all right? If they want to fucking be that way and act holier than thou, then that's on them, all right? And 100%, you put a little bit of research and elbow grease, I guarantee you, they ain't. They just are either better at hiding it or they haven't been exposed yet.
I've done the wrong thing in the past, but I want to do the right thing going forward. And being honest is one of those right things. And so I just admit to my faults and move on with my life.
You making this show into a confessional now, man. You're making it sound like am I in a cathedral, man?
I'm an open book, man.
I did not recognize that this book was about how to deal with a large cock. I'm sorry. Again, I understand you are an open book. I didn't realize you bought your own book. Let's BB. I was doing. Let's move into the last part of the show. Here is the community questions. Again, this is the last bathroom break. Do you need to use the restroom at all? You get any water? Get another drink?
Yeah, I'll grab another drink.
Get yourself another drink. I'll pour myself and we'll switch over. All right. Deal.
Righty. Easy.
This motherfucker, dude. He can cook. He's over here shooting the shit with me. I'm drinking whiskey straight. The last time I drank something straight was with Jordy, man. I miss that motherfucker. How is he doing? All right, Beefy's such a good man. I love him, man. I didn't think I'd love him this much. And you want the whiskey? This is whiskey I haven't opened in months, man. This is from a wedding. I know, damn. Okay, listen here, Luke. All right, we're booking a network ASAP, dude. You better get this motherfucker on. We can get Hiatus and all the other motherfuckers too. Let's get this. I would love that. It's been too long. All right. Fuck, we need to. Okay, you sound like you're DMing one of your ladies. Relax, Luke. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, we need to. I was like, get me on the night. All right, TJ, you got it. You got to even see it. Oh, fuck, wait, I'm a single man, moms. Okay. Why is it I could read him say, oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, no, that was right. I could read him saying I'm a single man, and I fully believe him. I'm not even questioning that one bit. It's crazy. Hey, yo, Luke, I like your smile. I need to fucking. How much is a ticket right now from Seattle to Melbourne, man? Let me fly down right now. I want to see this motherfucker say, "Hey, yo, babe, I like your smile." I will glad you see 100%, man. I ain't trying to. Hey, relax. I got a couple years before I gotta settle down and have a kid. All right. Let me live off this dream. Let me try to pursue content creation, and then it doesn't work out. 9 to 5. I'll have a kid, probably 2. Anatomic, nuclear is the word, family. I'll buy you a beer if you come in. Hey, Japs, I'm holding that. Someone screenshot that, put that in the books. Look at this, guys. His shorts can't get any shorter. Look at this man. All right, let's switch off seats. I'm already kind of lightheaded with this one glass. Let me switch our seats. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Jazz yours.
Easy. Yo. Boo. What's going on? Why am I wet? Hello again. Fuck you. Yo. Fuck you. Hey, I'm feeling good. That was a bit emotional, but no, it's good. Change your name. Beefy got mums cancelled. No, I didn't. Be a more close book. Nah, bro. Honesty is the best policy, mate. Straight up. So cookie crumbles, exactly. No, we're chilling. We're having a good time. How are y'all doing? Y'all chilling? Y'all having a good time? I hope you're all having fun. Sorry if that was a bit much. Sorry if y'all hate me. L for you guys, I guess. But yeah. No, it's good. Yeah, I'm not you know me. I'll be straight up. I don't hate you. I know this. So now you're in chat since honesty is best policy. Is this where you admit you're a Spurs fan? Nah, still Arsenal fan. Always an Arsenal fan. Yeah, I'll be going live later on for sure.
All right.
For sure. Yo,
took a quick swig here, man. This is this is sneaking up on me, man. I'm over here sending out invites. I'm yelling to everyone as you're going to the restroom. All right. We are going to the third part of the show, which is the community questions. There's only one rule to this segment here, Beefy, and it's this. All right. You do not have to answer any question you don't want to. All right. I'm seeing these questions for the first time live here tonight. I'm just going to read them to you. Again, feel free to react. Feel free to answer, whatever it may be. I'll vet any of the bullshit ones. This first one reads out, they're a freaky gal. They're a very freaky gal. What the hell is this? They're a freaky gal. They're a very freaky gal. Does that resonate with you at all?
I can guess it's to who said that, but got no ideas.
Honestly. My gosh, I don't know what perverts are here. All right. let's see here. Oh, wow, this one goes straight to the point. Life fucking sucks. Sometimes it feels so much easier to just, hang it up. How do you suggest making life easier? Sometimes everything hurts. Sometimes giving up is so much easier. Any suggestions to stop feeling that way? What suggestions would you give to someone that's just having the brunt of the world on their shoulders right now?
Oh, it'll get better. That's what I'll say. I've been in the pits. I've had very dark times. I've also had very bright times. It gets better as much as it hurts. There's better things in line for sure. Make sure you look after yourself. Do the things that make you happy. Do the things that make you smile, laugh, whatever it is. Whether that's spending time with family, spending time on Twitch, playing video games, playing sports, listening to music. Do those things. Keep yourself occupied, busy. Get the help you need if you need it. Get professional help. Seek professional help. That's my advice.
I don't know how you deal with the heckling, Beefy. I don't know how you deal with the heckling as you're giving an honest answer, and everyone in the chat, which they can't read here on YouTube, is saying, "Smoke some grass." I'm sorry,
That's good advice. I don't do that. I've never smoked any grass, any weed before. I've never even smoked a cigarette.
Whoa! By choice?
By choice, yeah. That's just a personal choice for me. But yeah, there's a running gag that I love weed.
Yeah, I was wondering that. Why is everyone
People say Beefy loves weed?
Huge
that's what everyone loves to
it.
say. But yeah, nah. It's the real talk is I've never actually done any type of drug really, other than alcohol. So
I feel it. This one reads, all right. This one's a loaded question. There's a way out of it if you need it, but I'm going to read it anyways. It's, who's your favorite mod?
Kizzle, NZ.
Only one.
Yep.
Wait, is that the same person?
No, that's one name.
Oh, Kizzle and Zed?
Kizzle and Zed.
Oh, I thought.
Name.
Okay.
Mark. His name's Mark.
Why Kizzle? Why Kizzle?
I don't know. You just crack up. Team Kizzle G.
Aww.
No, I don't know. He's around a lot. We get along. He helps me out. He mods the chat room. He keeps the idiots in check. When someone's out of line, he times them out.
Yeah.
Let's come back in 10 minutes. And these are people that hang out in the chat all the time as well.
Yeah.
If they're doing something bad, he'll just give them a timeout and they come back in 10 minutes and it's fine.
Fair play.
Goes, don't do that again.
But
no, all my mods are really good.
Good way to clean it up at the end. Way to clean that up. That's a real streamer right there.
They all know why they're mods.
Yeah.
For a good reason. Yeah.
This one reads, when the clock strikes 12, BeefyPanda's alter ego is unlocked. Beefy penis. This animal can't be tamed. Tread carefully. Smiley face. What's Beefy penis?
That's a nickname I have.
That's your nickname? Who gave you that nickname? Don't tell me it's self-proclaimed.
No, not self-proclaimed at all.
Okay.
No. That's a stream one. That's just kind of a copy pasta that's been around for a while. It's kind of it goes with the horny vibe. When the clock strikes 12.
the horny when the cock strikes 12.
It's like horny hours, like that kind of thing.
Why is it you seem to not even stray away from how horn dog you are? What is it about that? Don't you got like how?
It's part of my brand now. I have to own it. If I deny it, people just say you can't deny it. So I either own it or I'm just like in denial, I guess.
That's fair.
It's easier to just roll with it. It's part of my brand rather than just like go nah.
You got Tinder? You do any of that shit on down under? No, you don't.
No. I don't use Tinder.
How do you meet? You just using Instagram there? You sliding in people's DMs?
At the current point in time, I'm not looking for any. Like I'm not on anything. Okay. I have Snapchat, Instagram, Twitch.
Twitter. You name all three of those things can easily be turned into a dating app if you're really dependent.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying I'm not actively looking for anything at the moment. Yeah.
I want you to know, Beefy, you're a great book to read. Smiley face. I have no idea what that means. I'm assuming they're talking about the cock book thing.
This is Manav.
What?
He likes to proclaim he reads me like a book because he made one statement about me and it turned out to be true.
What was the statement?
So now he says,
If you're, is it too personal?
No, I got. No, it's not. It's just I
Okay.
prefer not to speak about it.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Mom's the word. Mom's the host is the word. Got you.
Yeah.
I think
I'll tell you any other time.
Just DM it to me after the stream.
It'd be on. If I was home alone, I'd go crazy.
Right? Yeah.
If I was home alone, I'd go crazy.
DM me after the stream. I want to know. I think I can get it.
You figure it out. You can figure it out.
I'll DM you after this stream what my guess is. All right, and then you tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah.
Hey, Beefy, are you as old as mom? Okay, are you as old as moms? You're 23. You're a baby, dude.
No, I'm 40. I'm 40.
No, you're not. Well, you're almost irrelevant.
I'm not. But you do exclamation mark age in my chat. It's Beefy is 40. He feels old man. There's some running joke that I am very old. I don't understand where it came from or why it's a thing. Because there's people older than me on Twitch, and I know you get bullied a little bit for being old.
Bullied my ass, dude. Luke
doesn't get bullied for being a bro, right?
Well, it's because Luke looks like a fucking infant. You ever see those mammograms? You know, the thing where pregnant people are like, "This is what my baby looks like inside me." That is literally his profile photo. That's what he looks like. True. All right, motherfucker is so. I don't know how he gets away with looking like literally a nut. Like I've seen
everyone picks on me about you're old, and then they him. It's like, oh Luke, we love you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And you move into a new place. This and shit. You give me, and maybe it's because you and I are dressed very similar like right now, but you give me kind of that like older vibe. Like I didn't think you were 23. I honestly thought you were 27, 26.
No, I'm 23.
That throws me off, but I mean, fair play. I'm doing this new thing, Beefy. I'm trying to not hang out with anyone under 21. All right, if you can't go to a bar, I don't want to
stay away from them, man. Stay away.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I don't want to. Like, I still love you. I got love for you, but like, I don't want to. I don't fuck with you, man. Like,
I understand that. I'll like. There's a few cool like 19-year-olds and stuff.
Okay, someone's gonna clip that right now, Beefy. I'm gonna tell you right now, someone is gonna clip that, and that will be my new follow alert. All right, and there's some pretty chill. I love you, Beefy. I love you too, man. Blame it on the whiskey, but this is one of the funniest things. One of the funniest community questions I've had in a while. Someone just says, by the way, moms, you're the same height and age as Beefy. How tall are you, Beefy?
I am 5'10".
That surprises me.
Underestimate me and say 5'9", but I am 5'10". I measured me official, and they still don't believe me when I say it.
I thought you were taller than that.
I measured myself on stream during a subathon that I was doing, and they still believe I'm 5'9".
I thought you were 6'1". You give pretty tall energy, so I'll give you the benefit.
People are very surprised when they hear they say I look taller than I am, but I think I've just got long limbs for my size. I don't know if that's something, but like, yeah, I'm not actually that tall. I'm just average height.
All right.
How tall are you?
This is not an interview for me, Beefy.
Was it not part of the question?
No.
Fair play.
Listen, my man. The show is about you. You're literally on the title. Why are you? I'm fucking 5'6", dude. All right.
It's fine.
Okay. First of all, don't ever say fine to my face.
My housemate's 5'6". I swear.
I didn't realize I respected your housemate. All I'm saying is, I swear I can go to a club right now and ladies will think I'm a stool. Like, it's so, it's fucked up. It's brutal.
That's fine, though. That's fine.
Have you ever danced with a woman that's taller than you, Beefy?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know how hard that is? I
imagine it's difficult. I imagine it's difficult.
Like, you got ass to your chest. Like, that's not even the place you're supposed to be grinding to. And I'm over here trying to, like, it's too much. It's too...
And you're saying you have a problem with that?
My man. All right, next question. Yeah, all right. I can't focus on this right now. You got me fucked up. Okay, someone's asking, what kind of furry are you? Is that a big thing in your community that they call you a furry?
No.
Okay,
I'm not a furry at all. Nah, it's not. No.
It was the cat costume. It was the one-off cat costume.
I think that's the extent of the furriness on the channel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think that's as far as it gets.
This one right here. What's the biggest difference you've noticed in your chat, in yourself, and in your streaming since you did your subathon?
Biggest difference? The amount
Yeah.
of people there. I think, yeah, just the chat room's been very good. I can sit there and do just chatting all stream now. I don't think I could do that in the past
Really?
because so many people are coming through. And yeah, it's turned out for the better. I've got some older like people that have been around the stream for a year or whatever, and they were there right at the start. And you know, we had a few issues early on and whatnot in the first 6 months or so. But this is one bloke. There's one bloke specifically that I talk to, and we have real talk and stuff. And he just tells it how it is. And he goes, it's changed for the better. Like it's so much good. It's a lot better now. And yeah,
I love that.
I don't know. It's just a good time now. It was a good time before, but it's even better now.
Okay. I'm not sure what this means. RSGPB. What's RSG?
RSGPB. So that's talking about Minecraft. So there's a bit of susness around my RSGPB because I was on a different screen when I came back. So some people, and there was a bet on at the time. So people get a bit sus about it because there was money on the line and whatnot.
Did you win it?
And I did. I got a 20 minute and 7 seconds, I think it is, off the top of my head. But yeah, some people are still sus. And I told the bloke that did the bet, I'll pay him back if you're that sus about it. I'm happy to give you the money back. But I know I'm in a clear head. So
how much was the money? Out of curiosity, how much was the money?
I think it was like 50 gifted, I think.
Holy what?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's wild. That's a wild bet. I would not. I'm over here 5 gifted over here. I'm already
it was based. I think it was 50. But yeah, it was based on like how much I beat my PB by, because my other PB was a lot worse, but I'd improved a lot off stream. So it was a bit awkward, and it created a few troubled friendships, but it's all sorted
okay.
now.
It's all right.
We're all good.
Nice.
Yeah.
6 more here. All right, I'll read you the next 6, and then we'll finish off the show here. When are the beef doms coming to the merch store? What the fuck's a beef dom? Oh my god!
So we were talking about like merch ideas, right? People were like, "You should do beefy condoms."
I'm not gonna have your face on my cock, dude. All right, that's just a fact. I'm not gonna have your face on my dick, and then.
It's not a thing, but they want it to be a thing. I don't understand. I don't get it, but it was just a funny thing that's turned into a bit of a laugh.
Do you know a guy? I know a guy if you need it. Do you need beefy condoms? I can actually hook you up with that. Is that a? Don't ask why I know.
I don't think I don't. Why do you know?
You know a lot of people in this space. No, I'm fine.
No, maybe in the future we'll do it.
Okay,
but,
you got it.
All right, now
I got you.
Christmas is coming up. You never know what you're gonna get, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different connotation to chestnuts roasting. That's crazy. This.
I like that one.
It's clearly the alcohol talking. Listen, Beefy, all right? I don't drink during these shows. I've done it like less than 5 times. And this is
bad influence, honestly.
I mean, I love it. I'm having a good time. This is I don't get to let the hair down while I'm doing a show like this often. Oh, what? Okay, this one I didn't understand. So you're gonna have to explain it with me if you understood. Oh, what really happened when the internet went out? Pause, champ. What does that mean? What really happened when the internet went out? Pause, champ.
So, the internet going out is referring to the subathon I did. So I did a subathon and it lasted 12 days. On day 10, I had scheduled maintenance in my area on my internet. I did not know about it, so my internet crashed for no reason. I happened to be out of the room when the internet went down. Very unfortunate timing, because it makes it look like I turned the internet off. And that's like a running gag that I went and turned it off so that I could rub one out. And that's the running joke that what really happened is I turned the internet off. What actually happened? All right. What actually happened is the internet went down. I was making a tea in my kitchen off stream. And I come back and my stream's like, internet's dead. Right? what they think's happened is I went and turned the internet off so I could rub one out.
Imagine being so horny, though. Beefy, for a moment. Imagine being so horny.
I told you what happened and what they think happened. And they still give me shit about it.
Beefy, it's not adding up, though, all right? You got the dream seed that didn't work. Now you're telling me shit with your internet. There's too many conspiracies around your stream, my man.
There's a lot of conspiracy around the BeefyPanda's channel. I swear. I wear my heart on my sleeve and there's still conspiracies.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't get it.
How desperate does a motherfucker gotta be to turn off the Wi-Fi and fake a power outage to jack off real quick? Like, that's what's perplexing me. That's what...
At the end of the day, I did rub one out, but we don't talk about that. I didn't turn off the internet.
Yeah. You ran into an Amaranth stream, I see. All right. We got a one-hander over here. This one. You are out of pocket, dude. You are out of pocket. You are just too much.
I'm just being honest, man.
I appreciate it. All right. I appreciate it. All right. We got a couple more here.
It's all laughs at the end of the day. It's all
Amen. Laughs. Amen. This one here says, said it at the end of your subathon and I'll say it again. I'm glad I found your stream to help put a smile on my face in such a long time. Thank you. Oh, that's very kind.
That's some nice words. Whoever said that, thank you.
You're gonna get a line of nice words.
I'm glad you smile.
This next one here. All right. This next one here. It reads, yo, mums, pass this message on to the actual streamer. Yo, will ya? Beefy, you know who this is. Thank you so much for always being there for me and helping me grow as a person. You're a legend. And I know that you have changed and embraced your lessons from life. Now be nice to us, moron, is what they're saying there. I love that a lot. That's really beautiful. Go ahead.
That is beautiful. No, it's just nice. Nice words. I know it is.
Isn't it kind of crazy that we live our life? And before I read you the last one here, isn't it kind of crazy we live our lives accordingly? And, you know, we go through the struggles of growing up and the teenage angst and all of that. And who'd have thunk that you'd find so much grace and love in some of the most least expected places like the internet, you know? And albeit, yeah, you got to be safe and there are some predators out there and not that kind people. But when you create a community like you have, Beefy, man, as much as you can make the jokes and the horny and the whatever, you're still able to find people that, like you said at the beginning of the show, that love you for who you are and show up time and time again. And I think that's really cool, man. And I love that a ton. One last here. Oh, go on. Don't let me interrupt you.
I said,
man.
That's awesome. That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying.
Beefy, if you're going to be on the network, I'm going to need to teach you how to interrupt me. All right? I need to teach you to stand up.
I'm trying to respect the host, man.
Don't.
Respect the host.
It's a conversation. See,
it's in my code, dude.
Do I got to change my fucking name? Like, I've changed it already 3 times. All right? I can't. I love this. Like, just talking with you, hanging out with you has been... I haven't even gotten to the last part of the show. This shows you how already blasted I am. I need to eat some pasta or something. But let me read you one more, and then I'll get all sappy at the end, all right?
Alrighty.
This one reads out, Beefy, so proud of you, my guy. It's been so fantastic seeing your growth lately, not only because of numbers, but because more humans get to experience you and your streams. But even more so, watching you grow as a person. Really finding yourself in streaming and seeing you make big moves in life as well. Can't wait to see what the future holds for you and where you're headed. But I hope it's full of nothing but happiness. Glad to call you a homie. Lots of love always. Team Beefy, baby. Team Beefy. Sorry if any of that was gibberish. It's 4 a.m. L. There you go.
4 a.m.
I don't know who that is.
I know who that is.
It's anonymous.
I know who that is.
All right, it's anonymous. One last one here. It just says, Moms kindly tell Beefy, I hate it here. Okay, I don't know. That's just a lot of hate, man. This is just there's a lot of heat, dude.
I know he's saying that, and he doesn't. He likes giving me stick. His idea of funny is different. He loves it. He just says he hates it.
I'll read one fucking more, all right, guys. This is it. It just says, I know they want their money's worth, because they just want me to read this word aloud. It says, "Sup cunt." Sup cunt. I love you a lot. Keep doing the good shit. Keep on giving us a good laugh. I am a 28-year-old.
There's one person in my chat that says that. There's one
Who?
person.
Do you know who? Can I ask?
I know who. Yeah, I know who.
You're not gonna out him? Who says sup?
I could out them. It could be two people. I think it's Twisties. I hope it's Twisties, but it could be someone else.
All right, fair.
But I think it's him. He's the only one that cut it. No, it's him. It has to be him.
It's got to be Twisties. The sup gun was just too strong. It's so potent. It's such a potent word. That's something that's. Hey.
He wouldn't come into someone else's stream into their form and say "sup cunt" unless it was Twisties.
All right. Well, Beefy, thank you so much, man, for hanging out a little bit and talking your shit, talking your story, man. It's been fascinating. But much like anything in life, nothing's free. All right. So I need two things from you. All right. I want you to go in the back end. I want you in the viewer list of who's watching the stream right now. I want you to choose a name that isn't myself, a mod, or a VIP. Any name. Any name. It's on the house.
Any name in the list.
Including yourself if you'd like. But yeah.
What's this for?
You can't ask that question, man. You ready? This is. Motherfucker is asking me what's this for. This is the lowest stakes. You made 50 gifted a bet, and then now you're gonna ask me for this miscellaneous. Hey, what's this for, dude?
All right. I have someone.
All right, who is it?
Kizzle NZ.
Kizzle. All right, Kizzle and Zen, you've won VIP. All right, VIP. Wow, I'm spelling it wrong. Kizzle and Zen. You said this was your top mod, correct?
Yeah.
I love it. Nice.
Yeah.
And so, as easy as that, Kizzle, you've got VIP. However, Beefy, what you're gonna need to learn about me is that I only have 5 VIPs. All right. So the 5 VIPs are here. You're going to choose which one is losing it right here, right now. All right? Who is losing their VIP for this channel? Who's taking that badge away? Okay, it's either going to be Valen Globe, Artist Jupiter, Cassie Froggy, Kaylee Young, or Black Diamond. I will make it easier for you. Valen Globe, Cassie Froggy, and Black Diamond were here. So just a heads up.
They were talking to me in the toilet breaks. I have seen that. Let's say apologies, but Artist Jupiter, take the L.
Artist Jupiter, it's all right. Better luck next time. It's okay. You can always win it next time. And Beefy, one last thing, all right? I've had a blast here tonight, talking to you and hanging out with you. They were right. But I'm always looking for other people to possibly interview, possibly join me here on stream and talk about their lives online and off. And I trust my guests. That's why I'm very picky with them. All right, I trust my guests fully. Who is someone that you would like to watch go through the ring with me and talk about their life, both online and off, exactly as you have yourself here tonight?
So I don't pick many favorites in life, but I do have a favorite streamer that I watch. And it is 2 people.
Okay, I'll give you it. I'll let it.
But their name is Smash My Head. And I very much think they are 2 great blokes that are very, very humorous and funny. And they have very, very entertaining streams. And I think that they put a lot of work into their stream compared to most streamers. I think literally like off stream time, they put a lot of work in and they chat and they have one of the best communities I've seen on Twitch.
When you say
for the size it is, it's insanely close and they're a tight bunch.
When you cool. Just to clarify, so Smash My Head is ran by 2 people, correct?
It's run by 2 people.
Okay, cool.
There's
cool,
2
cool.
of them.
So I will check them out, and we might have to break that down into 2 separate shows, but we'll just have that under the same username, if that makes sense. Let me check them out. I'll add them to the list. It is a running list, but Beefy, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that with us and your story, man. That shit was great. I have one last segment here before we go our separate ways and we do our whole thing here, and it's this, all right? This whole show, Inside the Streamer Studio, was inspired by a 90s television show called Inside the Actor Studio, where a host and professor named James Lipton would bring on actors, actresses, and entertainers of the sort to talk about their life growing up, as well as their work in the big screen and media. And I was inspired by that during COVID, during 2020, the heart of COVID. And so I brought that here to Twitch, and I've curated it to fit a more internet vibe here. All right? He ended those shows for 23 seasons the exact same way by asking each and every one of them the exact same 10 question. And as an homage to him, I do the same. There's only 3 rules to this segment. The first one, Beefy, you have to answer every question. That's non-negotiable. All right?
Easy.
You got to answer it. Second one is I'm going to be silent during this part of the show. I'm going to read you the question. I'm going to allow you to answer. I'll wait for a moment of silence, and then we'll read the next question. And the last rule here is to keep all your answers within one sentence. So not one paragraph, not one word, one thought will do.
Short answer.
Exactly. Okay? After that,
Yep.
I'll give you the final word. You get to say whatever you'd like, and we'll go our separate ways. I'll DM you after the show, and I'll remind you if I don't, but I'll DM you what I think you couldn't say on stream a few moments earlier.
yeah.
All right? All right, bud?
Yep.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Question 1. What is your favorite word?
Favorite word. Probably huge.
What is your least favorite word?
That's a good question. My least favorite word. Oh. Am I allowed to say it? No, probably not. I'll say bitch.
What turns you on?
Boobies.
What turns you off?
Toes. Feet.
What sound or noise do you love?
Keyboards and controllers, like buttons pressed.
What sound or noise do you hate?
My alarm clock.
What is your favorite curse word?
Shit.
What profession, other than your own, would you like to attempt?
Professional athlete.
What profession would you not like to do?
Would I not like to do?
Mhm.
Plumbing.
And lastly, Beefy, if heaven exists, What would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Welcome in. I love you.
I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, Beefy Pandas. Beefy, there it is. You've done it. You've gone through the ringer here. Honestly, man, I've loved every moment of this. I might be a little bit tipsy right now. I'm not full on drunk.
No, you're
but
right. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm full.
You seem fine. You're fine on this end.
Well, okay, buddy.
You're not coming across any different from the start as well from now.
I'll be honest with you. I've already fucked up some of my links here. I've already clicked out of some of the things that I needed to see. There's a whole process behind the scenes that I wish I could show you.
That's on you.
Oh, it's 100%. I memorized the last 4 questions. That's what happened. I accidentally clicked out. I was like, fuck, I can't find it. Yeah, damn it. Beefy, here's the thing. All right, I'll say a couple things. Yeah, no, it's the same questions. All right, I just kind of have fat fingers. Anyways.
That's in your memory.
I've done this so many times, man. All right. By now, I probably don't need the script, but I like to have it. Let me say a couple things before we go our separate ways. I'll give you the final word at the end, but it's this, man. Again, I think a lot of people love saying the phrase, "Hey, I keep it real. I'm a real one. You know, I'm honest. I'm whatever." But saying it and living it are two very different things. And if there's anything I've learned tonight, it has been a crash course in authenticity and honesty, more so. I respect that. I love that a ton. And like I said, while we both understand the faults of our past are stuff that affect us and it hurts, and we've hurt people and they've hurt us and vice versa, it doesn't mean that's not part of the human experience. It doesn't mean that it's part of the growth of what we keep that we're keeping to try to learn and better ourselves. And with you, Beefy, man, it's wild. Like I came into this interview much like anything else, and I didn't know what to expect. I never have expectations for a show. I think the second you do, you set yourself up for failures. But tonight, man, it was not just a pleasant surprise, but it's again a testimony of those around me, the Luke OCEs, the Kanks, the high tesses of this space that have told me and been in my ear, yo, you got to have this person on. You would love Beefy, and they were right, man. You an absolute homie. I root for you, not just for the space. You know, when I have a guest on, I'm excited to see where they go specifically in terms of their content career, but even beyond that. You know, you moving to a new place, you possibly going back to do some school, you know, eventually healing up and finding love again, man. I'm invested in this storyline. It's beautiful. And I don't mean to make it a little bit political or you know, whatever, but for a man, for a guy to be so vulnerable with their emotions and wear, like you say, wear it on your sleeves. And talk your truth and say, yeah, I've been hurt, I've been burnt, but I've also been the person that has been burning others. That is something you will not find on this platform, man. So when you find that, and I'm speaking directly to you that are watching here live on Twitch or on YouTube, when you find a streamer that's willing to do that, hold on for dear life. And we have one right here tonight. So Beefy, I got a lot of love for you. I've already been telling, while you were in the bathroom break, I was telling Luke and Kank and Hydus and all of them, I was like, yo, let's get a network together. Let's hang out. Let's have some drinks. Let's shoot the shit. Because I would love to hang out with you all again. The OC community is home to me, man. And I'll never forget that. And being able to come back and hang out with you tonight is really making my heart full. So thank you so much. But Beefy, you get the final word. What would you like to say to everyone watching live here on Twitch, in the future on YouTube, or listening on Spotify?
Firstly, can I just say thanks for having me on? You're a great dude. You actually like genuinely care and invested in your guests, including me. You know, most interviewers might just be doing it for the sake of content, but you show, and you know, you show appreciation and actual care for who you have on and whatnot, and that takes something. So thanks to you, mums. For everyone watching, be honest in life. Don't hide anything. As you can see, I've done shit, but it's who I am. I had a good time here. Tell your mum and dad you love them. And just be genuine in the future and in whatever you do, and make sure you be happy in what you're doing. Don't do things if you're not happy.
I love that, man. Beefy, you a sweetheart, dude. You a sweetheart. Beefy, you are you going live now, or are you going live? How late are you going live tonight?
Probably in an hour.
Damn it! I was gonna say, like, I was willing to just rage straight into you if you wanted to.
Pick one of your friends.
You needed to take a quick break. What? Are you gonna jerk off? What's going on here, Beefy? This man is about to jerk off. What the fuck? We just did a show.
I need to eat. I need to get, have
I'm stupid.
intermission. Regather myself.
Yeah. Oh, listen, ladies and gentlemen, homie got to clear his head, then clear his head, all right? Beefy, I love you too much. All right, go ahead, get something to eat. I love you a ton. I'll DM you after this show, but you take care, all right, Beefy? Take care, man. Peace.
See ya.